Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 70 of the Everything Motor Racing Podcast. I hope you've had a nice week. Jacob, I'm after riders number 70, please.
Joshy Watley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Josh. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he exists.
Mark Alcoba in Moto E.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty much out.
So you got Luca Vitali, the Italian rider.
Yeah, Ben Chiv, on the Honda.
And you got the Moto2 legend. The best Moto2 rider ever.
Oh, God.
Robin Mulhauser. Absolute goat of Moto2. I don't think there's ever been a better Moto2 rider than Mulhauser.
You slate him, but he never, he was the Swiss who didn't get banned by Dorna, so...
Yeah, that's true. Raffin did get banned. And Mulhauser is now world champion, which is mental to think about. But
EWC, though, isn't it?
Yeah, in the stock one as well. But
yeah.
Yeah. So we are back again, as you can tell, with Cameron. Hello, Cameron.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back. We haven't got what's her face? What was her name? Lauren. Sorry, Lauren, if you are listening. You're probably not listening. But
Rude.
If you are listening, I hope you had a nice time at Misano.
She went to Misano.
Yeah, she went to Misano, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm quite jealous, to be honest. I really want to go Misano.
Yeah.
Like, I look at the other tracks. I look at Jerez and all, I'm like, meh. I look at Misano, I'm like, that looks sick.
Yeah, it looks like a good vibe there, for sure.
Yeah, it looks ace. But yeah, so she was at Misano with a few other ladies from Sighting Lab and Anik, who I'm pretty sure we had on the podcast as well. So, yeah, them lot are there. Or were there? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so we've finally, since our last podcast, we've had a lot of riders confirmed as their contract.
Oh, yeah.
Or their riders' contracts confirmed, should I say.
Pretty much everything we said as well, which is nice.
Yeah, so we'll start with that. We'll start with the major one, which is, of course, that Enea Bastianini has been confirmed as Francesco Bagnaia's teammate for 2023 and 24.
Solid.
Correct decision.
Yeah, it deserves it.
I would say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After recent form, yeah, fully deserves it. I think, like, again, I was umming and ahhing between him and Martin for quite a while, and Enea's form recently has really just shown that, he deserves it. Martin is literally nowhere at the moment, and he...
Yeah, what's that about? Yeah. Why is he... I don't know. He's just not really giving us that Martin goodness.
He's just kind of lost his head.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me. The Martin goodness.
He's been giving his girlfriend that one. So I think he's not reserving it for us. So.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
We know where we stand. That's fine.
Yeah. He's got a new girlfriend and now his form's gone to shit. So maybe it's correlated.
Do you know what? Definitely.
She looks like Dua Lipa as well. I don't know if you noticed.
I mean, I didn't know. I haven't seen her. So.
Nobody looks like Dua Lipa. Let's not go there.
Okay.
He does. But
anyway.
Yeah, but back to the
that actually makes a change.
What do you mean?
What does?
It's not me mentioning a rider's partner.
Oh yeah, that does make a change. Jeez. But
actually, did this not? Who brought that up? Was it not you that brought this up? Was it really?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh yeah, you just started like inhaling really drastically.
Yeah, because I was saying, yeah, you got me on camera. Like I'm just, my desk's working on a bit. No. Right, let's get back to PG. Bloody hell. Anyway, shitting hell. I might have cut all that. Jesus Christ. Bloody hell.
It's fine. People
know
it's not serious. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I hope not. Jeez.
Okay, Bastianini.
So Bastianini has been confirmed as a factory Ducati rider for next year. With a 2-year deal, Martin and Zarco have been confirmed at Pramac with a 1-year deal.
Yeah, like a 1+1 thing, right?
Yeah. And Ducati have said to Martin, who is visibly not happy, that he's welcome to leave Ducati at the end of 23 if he would like to.
That's basically, for want of a better term, shut up or fuck off.
Yeah, like a lump it, basically.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
There would be people out there who would probably benefit from Jorge Martin's services. But Ducati ain't one of them, quite rightly.
Yeah, they got enough talent.
And it's like, but for the people saying, they should have kept Miller. Today proved that, no.
Yeah,
just
I think
know,
so.
like,
Mm-hmm.
If you're going for a talent result alone, yeah, Miller crashed at P1. And Bastianini was outstanding all race long.
Ridiculous. He was nuts today. I would have been interested to see how Bez would have done if he didn't bin it.
So gutted because he crashed out third, didn't he?
Yeah,
he would have podiumed.
He would have podiumed. He wouldn't have won, I don't think, but podium probably.
He would have been that interim between Bagnaia and Maverick.
Yeah, I think
he
so.
He did do well.
2 seconds back.
So before we actually go into the races, I still want to stay on this contract talk for a bit.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So Bagnaia's got the seat. It's his 4th podium of the year he got today in Misano. And his first wasn't a race win as of the year. He's now finished a podium in 2nd. So he's had the 3rds last year. He's had the P1s, and now he's got a P2 under his belt now. So
wow.
But yeah, the fact is that he's on a 2-year-old bike, and he's not 1-year-old bike. So yeah,
with
and
22 fairings, right?
Yeah, he's got a new fairings on it, and he's just brilliant. But like, the annoying part is, at some circuit he's brilliant, and then he's just majorly inconsistent, as I was saying last podcast.
But do you feel like the consistency's gotten a bit better over the last?
And it's only going to get better in red.
Well, the thing is, Ducati have said that he needs to firstly improve his timekeeping because he's always late to everything.
Classic.
Secondly, improve his pace across the weekend, and thirdly, improve on testing because obviously as a factory rider now, you are involved in development. You are a development rider now. Like, it's your job to go out and test everything on every compound to make sure that it works. You know, but he's not like a Friday or Saturday man. He's never been in his whole career. He's never been. But like the last time he got a pole position before Austria was in Moto3 4 years prior, and so then so then the fact that he can then come to Misano and finish Friday in P1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the last 2 races since Ducati have said, like, since obviously he's known that he was getting the seat.
Yeah,
like obviously knew before the announcement. It's like suddenly his Saturday performances.
Yeah. Well, like, where did he qualify again? I can't remember off the top of my head.
2nd.
Was it? No, it wasn't. That was Pecco. Pecco's qualified.
Yeah, but he started
3rd. Yeah, but no, it was Bagnaia who qualified 2nd.
Yeah, he went from 2nd,
I'm on about qualifying, not blooming where they're going
still
on the
front
race
row.
after penalties. Yeah, he got on the front row, which is brilliant for Bagnaia, and it just shows a big step up in form, whereas Martin is kind of slipping away. Martin said that he is deeply disappointed at Ducati.
He didn't even get a Q1.
No, he's a bit devastated that they chose him. But I'm like, mate, look at your form. It's, you know, it's like last weekend or the other weekend in Austria, when you had the chance to get a podium, you crashed.
After your rival had failed to score.
Yeah.
Like you had seen your rival fail to score. You know, like at that point, I would have thought, okay, just drag it to the finish.
Yeah, just finish home ahead of Bagnaia. But it was a case of win it or bin it for Martin, and I think he's a bit immature in that sense.
There's too much of the bin it happening as well.
Yeah, which is weird because
he's gutted, but it's self-inflicted.
Yeah.
It's strange though, because like last year was really good, like Austria when he won the race and he got on the podium, and you're like,
as a rookie,
wow, this guy's good. Yeah, as a rookie, you're like, this guy's amazing, and then he's just not got anywhere near that.
But
Portimao was early in the season. That was like his 2nd or 3rd ever race.
It set him back,
after Portimao. He won after Portimao.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that he missed crucial races of perhaps where that roundedness of being able to recognize, like, oh, this bike's about to go. You know, every race you're learning something, and he didn't have a few of those races, and I think it did affect him.
Yeah, it has majorly affected him, but if you want a factory ride, you have to have the mental capacity to get over that.
Again,
you know,
it reminds me of that meme. You know, with that guy who's riding the bike and then he chucks the stick in the wheel.
Oh yeah,
and then he goes down. Ducati.
Yeah, it's strange. I am sad for him, of course, because he's an outstanding rider, and we all know he's better than this kind of thing. But at the end of the day, if the results aren't there, it's a results-driven business and industry, and if you're not hitting those results, then
that's why I'm not sad for him, because Bagnaia has been doing the business better than him.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to feel sympathy for someone who has been worse in a results-based fight.
Yeah, I guess so. And
there's worse places to be than Pramac. There's worse places to be.
The continuity might suit them. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll be his third year on the Pramac. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, Pramac. It's basically a red bike and everything but the colour. It's like milk purple now, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're a winning team, so...
I mean,
but up until Jorge Martin won on it, they weren't. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've never won before.
They've always been at the sharp
end. They're not
end,
getting a win out of Sarko, so...
Yeah. You've changed your tune.
I still wanted to win, but...
Like where they confirmed Martin and Zarco for another year, that basically confirms Marini and Bess for another year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they've already been confirmed like, unofficially on the Sky Italian TV, so...
Yeah, but like, we all knew it as soon
as... They
have
their own thing.
Yeah. As soon as we saw it.
To veer off quickly, also confirmed on Sky Italian TV was Vietti and Antonelli.
Yeah, Niccolo Antonelli. Stay in Moto 2 on the Fantic branding, which I found really odd.
Do you want to know what's even weirder? I won't name him, but a guy who works for that team told me Antonelli was out. Like he told me Antonelli was out like as soon as like 3 days ago. Like he told me on like Thursday that Antonelli was out.
Isn't Antonelli like at the back of the pack every weekend?
Haven't scored a point yet.
Right.
In Moto 2.
Interesting. What are you eating?
Out.
Haribo.
You're just munching on Haribo when we're doing a podcast where you got to have your mouth
and he got
right
tongue fasted.
But I'm moving away and I'm looking at my levels and making sure it's lower than 35 decibels.
If you're going to eat
when I put my noise gate in, it cuts it off.
Oh. No, if you're going to have Haribos, at least eat good ones.
Jacob, shut up with your L opinions as always.
Tang Fastics.
I can't believe you're getting elitist about Haribo. What's going on?
It's not elitist, it's just good taste.
It's
just
elitist.
Jacob with another one of his horrendous opinions that no one else agrees with in the planet.
Gatekeeping chewy sweets. All right.
Yeah.
Gatekeep. But it's just, I don't do it for me. But you can.
Yeah, but you also like the blooming VR 46 livery from this weekend, so you haven't really got a place to make your opinion.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Terrible. Shocking.
I'm near the
Declan hates Rossi confirmed.
Yeah, that's it.
I actually really liked it. I think it could have done with a bit more black like inserts, like to break it up a bit. But other than that, I really liked it. But I mean, it's cursed anyway because it's a Misano special livery, so what do it matter?
Yeah, very true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you knew Vietti was going to crash it.
Yeah, these out. But sticking with the whole contract talk, it was confirmed, RNF have confirmed that Oliveira and Ralph Fernandez will race for the next year. I personally can't wait for that. I think them two are going to be so good.
Coming off the KTM and still knowing the characteristics of a V4 engine, 100%.
I have said for years now that Miguel Oliveira on a good bike, even when he's in Moto 2 and he was stepping up to the KTM, I was like, why KTM? Like, if you're on a better bike, you'd be amazing. And now finally he's getting that better bike. He is going to be unbelievable. We already know what Ralph Fernandez is capable of. And like, even when you watch him on track, like snippets, when he gets some TV time, he looks amazing on the bike. It's just a shame, obviously, the lap time isn't there. But his riding style on that MotoGP bike is
built
insane.
For it,
yeah. Is it
but he just needs the bike under him.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. Like it probably is near what the factory boys have now, but they get the updates later.
Yeah, so they'll have the current bikes, I believe, but
I can't imagine they're giving anybody other than Binder new stuff now.
Oh, you're talking about KTM. I'm talking about Aprilia.
Oh no, sorry, I'm talking about Aprilia as well. So
yeah. Aprilia will be getting full factory equipment.
Even if they get a 2022 Aprilia, they're still going to do well, aren't they? So,
it will be a 23. When you actually step back and look at the stats, Miguel Oliveira has 3/4 of the KTM wins in the top flight.
Yeah,
interesting.
Because he's won Binder's won 1.
Yeah, but Miguel's won
Miguel's won 4.
3.
So no, Miguel's won 4.
Portimao. Oh, 4, yeah.
Austria.
Oh, there we are. Yeah. 4/5.
So he's got 80% of KTM's top class wins.
Who's leading? Who's ahead on the standings?
I don't know.
I think it might be Miguel now, actually.
World standing. Let's have a look.
Because they were glued together today until Miguel had his ride through.
It is Brad Binder. Still Brad Binder. He's 7th overall. That is mental.
25 points clear.
He's under the radar, man.
Binder is a beast.
He just gets on with his top 10 thing and goes home, gets paid.
Miguel's early season inconsistency have wrecked him for this season.
Wrecked.
Yeah. And
wrecked.
Marquez is still the highest Honda.
Well, yeah, the Honda's got to score points in order for that to be beaten.
Yeah, that's mental. We will talk about Honda in a minute. But I am excited to see those two. I think they'll do spectacularly well. I think Raul Fernandez will be a consistent top 10 next year. Yeah. Might even get top 5. You know, he is superb. And Miguel Oliveira, I think straight out of the box, he'll be battling with top 5s easy.
That
straight out of the box.
That bike is probably the best bike on the grid now to jump up to.
That or Ducati.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to jump on the Ducati as much as the Aprilia, in that the Ducati is more of a beast, if that makes sense.
I'd agree, but I haven't. Yeah, Ducati is a bit wild, but because we haven't seen a rookie on the Aprilia, or this Aprilia,
true.
I don't know.
It looks because more user, as in like, I don't know how to describe it, but like it seems to have a better,
more user friendly,
like stable.
Not even user friendly. More, it just looks like it's easier to get the operating window right.
Yeah,
which is what you want as a rookie.
The thing is, though, both the riders, obviously Aleix and Vinales, are firstly hugely competitive riders and are massively experienced, which goes in their favor. Whereas Raul Fernandez, for example, wouldn't know. But it's nice to say that Miguel said that what pulled him towards Aprilia was the results of Vinales and how fast Vinales was able to adapt to that bike and then jump on the podium.
Half a season on the podium. Nice.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, even start of the year, the testing, they Aprilia worked out of the gate.
Yeah.
Which is encouraging. The GP22 did not, don't forget.
That's true. Whereas GP21 was all right. Yeah, GP22 took a few rounds to kind of gel itself to the circuit.
That's why it says to me that the Aprilia probably has a better base.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Fernandez is going to come in and do a 2013 Marc Marquez.
Oh yeah, he's going to kill it. Yeah. He's going to smash it.
He is going to do well. Like you all predicted Fernandez as rookie of the year way too early.
He's going to do a Leicester City flipping Premier League season.
Don't talk about football. You're going to get Jacob going. Here we go.
Honestly, I think Fernandez, I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility he'll get a podium next year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Give it a maybe tricky conditions like race.
Not even. I think just a straight up dry podium by the end of the season.
There's going to be like
a dry podium.
There's going to be 10 riders on the grid next year that you'd be like, well, any one of them could get a podium next weekend.
No. Well, 18 riders on the grid at the moment, I'd say, you can get on the podium every weekend. Or, like every single one, like what? Fabio, Bagnaia, Aleix, Bastianini. I'm just going to say, right, top 10, 11, 12, 13. I'd say top.
Anybody from Dovi down, probably
get
not.
A podium. Yeah. I can say top 17 will get a podium. Even below that top 17, you've had Alex Marquez in 18th who's had a podium. Franco Morbidelli's won races.
I think Alex Marquez is going to do bits on that Ducati now.
Yeah, I think so.
On the Ducati, he's going to be unbelievably good.
People write him off because of his brother, but he's a fucking talented rider.
I bet he can't wait to get on
that. Imagine.
Especially seeing Bastianini on it now.
Like, it must feel like Christmas for him. Like, granted, EG brought, a shitload of money to get him in there. But
thing is, right, he'll do really well on it, love it, tell Mark about it, and Mark will go, all right, fuck it, let's talk to the
And then Mark will go, Repsol, can I have a Stegosaurus as well, please?
Yeah, it'll just go straight to Ducati and say, screw this, fuck this, I'm going to Ducati now.
20 mil, I'll ride for you next year. Red Bull sponsorship won't be an issue.
Yeah, he could bring sponsors with him. He'll bring Estrella Galicia like Carlos Sainz did to Ferrari.
Imagine an AEG coloured Ducati with the orange wheels.
Yeah. That'd be rancid.
It would not.
No, they just have like the older EG logo on it. It would be like an EG, like how Ferrari have the EG logo on it every so often. Like,
do you remember the Suter Hondas that in 2013 Rins and Alex Marquez ran?
Oh, on the Estrella
like the
ones,
blue and the orange wheels. That would
on the orange wheels. Yeah, they were nice. They were cool. That's a throwback, isn't it? Speaking of Australia going this year, though, Rueda's a champion, so a little shout out to Jose Rueda for winning the Junior GP season series. He's absolutely dominated it this year. So,
it's just a shame Monlo haven't got a route to the World Championship anymore.
It's all right, he signed with KTM Factory anyway. So can't wait for him to be in MotoGP in 2027 and KTM to sack him the year after, like they've done with Remy Gardner.
Oh my god, I am
Rueda
so
to
mad
World
about
Superbikes 2028.
Like they have screwed Gardner.
I'm so mad about it. I really am.
I don't understand how you can call him unprofessional. Like, all his criticisms were fair, and he distanced himself from this manager's comments. And then you've got Ralph Fernandez on the other side of the garage, ripping him left and right, accusing him of favoritism, and he gets it right next year.
Yeah, well, the thing is, right, not only that, Remy has no idea what he was done as unprofessional. Then Pit Byra has gone, or Stefan Byra, I can't tell. I can never get the difference between them. It was a Byra, there's two of them, I think. So Pit Byra, said that it wasn't him that said it. It wasn't another KTM manager that said it. It wasn't Hervé Poncherol. So he has no idea who said it or why they said this unprofessional thing, but it's not true.
That sounds unprofessional to me.
Yeah, well, there's only two people left who could have said that, and that's Hubert Trunkenpolz or Stefan Pyra.
Yeah. But so they're looking at getting rid of Remy, right? Who has beaten Augusto Fernandez to the championship last year, beaten Augusto Fernandez in pretty much every race last year by like 10 seconds every race. What on earth is making them go, you know what? Yeah, we'll get Augusto Fernandez in.
It feels like placeholder almost until they can get Pedro
in. Yeah. But then Pedro go, why the hell would I want to ride that?
But then again, if you were Pedro and your options are KTM or Honda, I'd fucking stay Moto2.
Yeah, I would as well. But Pedro has said that he was in talks with, said to DAZN España that he was in talks with, well, no, Honda approached him, but he was like, no, I'm staying in Moto2 next year. But he said, but maybe 2024, because he's
I think, by the time Acosta's ready for GP, I feel like Honda will be back on the right track.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a very different landscape.
So.
2 years is a long time in MotoGP terms.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For someone like Honda as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And even shorter in development cycles.
Yeah, and then we'll have like new regs probably by then, and it'll change things. But
might get Zarco's
700cc rotary jet powered engines.
But whilst we're on topic of Remy, quickly, did either of you hear Simon Crayfar's full?
Yes.
Oh no!
Amazing.
His what?
Right,
Sorry?
I'll send it to you, Cameron. You can watch it afterwards. It's like 8 minutes long.
Hesitation is 7 of that 8 minutes.
So, So Simon Crayfar, right? Fair play to the man, right?
It's not a good look for KTM in the slightest, put it that way.
Yeah, it's not. But like, fair play to Crayfar because he's a journalist, obviously. He's doing his job as being a journalist, right? KTM let him ride their bike recently. They even gave him a front fairing of their bike with his number on to hang up on his wall. And he still wasn't biased in KTM. He still grilled them. He still went in on them. You know, he asked them, why are you replacing him? You know, Remy's outperformed Augusto Fernandez next year. Why are you going to replace him? What's the point in replacing him? He went in on him and he really didn't hold back. And it was interesting to see Byra squirm.
Yeah, it was a surprise. Like, you could tell he was not expecting it at all. I think he thought it'd be like he'd throw him a couple of softballs and he just didn't.
Yeah, I'll send it to you on Instagram.
And the thing is, Crayfar was not out of line in the slightest. Everything he said is what everybody wants to know.
There needs to be something done to protect rookies. They need like a minimum 2-year contract, I swear.
They do, yeah. Because you can't have 1 year in MotoGP and then get sacked. Like with Sam Lowes when he got sacked.
Because now Remy is going to go. Darren Binder's going to go back to Moto2. And it's like...
Is Darren going to go to Moto2?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, that's... I mean...
Yeah, Darren's out.
That's like a... Yeah, I know he's out, but I didn't know he was going to Moto2 because obviously he came straight from Moto3. But I guess that's that strange way... Strange, convoluted way to get yourself from Moto3 to Moto2, but
because the problem now is 2 of them have done a year, been pretty solid, considering they're rookies,
definitely.
But they're now going to be viewed as damaged goods because they've had to leave. You know, like look at Iker Lecuona. He is an incredible rider, but he's never getting back in the
Suzuka
paddock.
8 Hours winner now.
Yeah, but he's never getting back on a MotoGP bike.
No, I don't think he wants to be honest. After the
well, I don't think he wants KTM.
No, but like, why would you want to go to KTM? Oliveira's obviously left because he didn't like Gas, right?
And this is a career KTM man.
From what I've seen, Gas offered him a 3-year deal with mega money on the table.
Literally,
like, we're talking
figures.
like 7 figures on the table, and he said no.
Yeah, and this is a guy who's ridden KTM since Moto3, like with a break interspersed for a K-Lex.
But so for you to say no to that, it must be bad.
I mean, surely it comes to a point where like these guys are all here because they want to win. They want to be the best. Most of them, especially guys like Oliveira, will have enough money. He could retire tomorrow and he'd be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And he can go dentist in, and get $100,000 a year.
Yeah, like that's it. It doesn't matter how many zeros are on the end of a contract for these guys now. Like he's probably been paid an absolute fortune to be a factory KTM rider for the last, couple of years, whatever. More, and it's like, yeah, he just now wants to be competitive again, consistently anyway. And
I respect
money doesn't matter.
Massively.
Yeah, definitely.
He gets like his personal sponsors pay him an absolute bomb.
Well, he will get around €1 million a year just from like Ixon, Alpine Stars, and Shark. Yeah, he will get $1 million. Like the top MotoGP riders, you're talking Marquez and all that, are getting €1 million just from, say, Alpine Stars a year.
Yeah, exactly.
And then €1 million just from Shoei, then Red Bull on top, and then, Marquez has got Alliance, for example. Like, MotoGP riders, the top ones, can take them €5 million a year purely on their kit sponsors.
Yeah,
that's before
they could
anything
literally
else.
not go on track and they've already made bank. It's nuts.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not
it's
about
fully
money
deserved.
for a lot of these guys now. It's just wanting to win.
Well, that's it, isn't it? But that's the thing, though. I said he's taking a small risk because KTM are massive. Their development, they ain't going to be out of the race for long. There's a fair chance that KTM could overtake Aprilia in the next 2 years.
I don't know. But KTM,
it's not out of the realms.
Really, well, how long have KTM been here now? 2016?
2017 was their first full season.
Okay.
To me, though, it's crazy. Like Jacob said earlier, right? 2 years in MotoGP is a long time. 2 years ago, we were watching Binder, Paul, and Miguel Oliveira battling for the podiums week in, week out. Now they can't even break the top 10.
Yeah.
Those Ducatis and Aprilias have gone.
Well, put it this way, 2 years ago, Dovi and Petrucci was the factory Ducati riders.
Yeah, and then neither of them are in MotoGP now anymore.
Yeah, that's how fast it can change.
Wild.
And 2 years ago, Suzuki were world champions.
And they're leaving MotoGP as well. It's mad. And 2 years ago, let's say, 2.5 years ago, Marquez was coming into the season after absolutely dominating, and now he's giving it his last chance until if it doesn't work this time, he's retiring.
Yeah. What a crazy sport.
Mad. It's mad.
It's a sport where your window's about 10 years, so everything happens super accelerated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of super physical sports, though. You've got your 20s to do it, really. You might get a few wins in your 30s, but after that...
It's a good way to live. You get to do what you love, make bank in your 20s and retire.
Retire at 27, like Jason Stoner.
Go fishing at 27.
That's exactly it. If you can get out uninjured, then...
If you can get out uninjured and aren't walking around like John Hopkins is now, then you've done well,
Definitely.
It's a bloody... When you actually stop and think about it, it's just ridiculous. It's so out of the norm.
That's why these guys are just... It's why, you
get paid for risk, basically.
It's why you got to respect these guys. Even if you don't like them, you've got to respect them because what they're doing is mental. And yes, they're paid and obscene amounts of money to do it. And yes, they're superstars and their lives will be set afterwards. But the risk they're putting themselves under for this,
well, they could die every weekend.
Them.
Literally.
Every session, you can go out and die. It doesn't even matter.
It sounds dramatic, but it ain't.
Training in motocross through the week.
Yeah. And they do motocross and they do the amount of 3 riders have died in Ovale training this year so far. And it's crazy. in every session, and you don't even have to get hit by a rider. You could just have a crash.
Yeah, land funny. That's the end of it.
Like Marquez when he's messed up his eye at Sepang. That was, I think he might have hit somebody actually on that one.
Yeah, he hit Corsi.
Yeah, but
ironic.
There are crashes you can have by yourself and get seriously, like the Renzo when he broke his back at Aston, and it's why you got to respect these guys, even if you don't like them, because what they're
and there's
doing
far
is
too much of
just
that,
unbelievable.
not liking them.
Yeah, like genuinely, like being straight up disrespectful and not liking people is
You're allowed
rife
to say,
and grim.
I don't think much of Marc Marquez, for example, because I don't like his attitude. Fine,
or I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
Fine.
but calling him names and threatening to kill him and stuff, it's just
folk are sad,
mad.
Yeah,
But
what I visualize is just people like sat in a dingy basement with a keyboard.
Like
I don't
yourself.
like my Marquez. Bat. I've got a room, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but on the topic of Marquez though, he is back. So over
That's
the
why I
Misano
said
weekend,
Mark, because literally that's all I've seen is the comments of him like, and I'm just like, just shut up.
So over the Misano weekend, he did a fitness test.
Yep.
And has passed the test and will make his MotoGP return on Tuesday at the test in Misano. So Marquez has said he's done some training last week on the CBR 600 at the Aragon karting circuit. But he said the only way he can know if he's 100% is if he rides the Honda, the RC213V. And so he's going to make his return on the test to basically see if he can race at Aragon.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Lots of people are going to hate me for saying this, but I hope it's too much for him because I think it's too soon.
Yeah, but
I know he's been past fit, but he was past fit at Jerez. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you think it might be too soon, but
how long do you leave
I think Marquez is the expert here.
Yeah, but part of me is just hoping that it's too much, and he has the sensibility to say, "Oh, okay, right, it's too much right now. Another month, come back and try again somewhere else."
If it's too much for him, he will not ride. That's simple as. But if it's not too much for him, he will ride, and that's why he's testing. Like, you can't be like, "Oh, it's too much for him now," because you don't know. You don't know how he feels, what's going on with him, and how he will be on the bike.
Well, that's it. Like, I totally agree with testing because that's what a test is for. But it just seems very early.
Yeah, but he might be 100% now, and
I think it's very unlikely, though. Like, if we're talking realistically, I think it's extremely unlikely.
Yeah, but you've got to remember, he's got access to the physiotherapists, the best surgeons, the best everything in the world. Like, if one of us had the same surgery, we'd be out for 8 months, even a year. But because of the access to the physios that we have as regular human beings that aren't on 8 figures a year, whereas because Marquez is on all these things, he has access to these things, which drastically accelerates the process.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's almost a catch-22 because you've got to test to find out if you're fit. And then if that test is too much or you fuck yourself, then you're back to square one. And it's again, this is why they paid the big bucks, because they have to take those risks. They have to.
Yeah, they do. But to be like, oh yeah, I hope he's not. I hope it's too much for him.
Yeah, in the thing of if it is too much, which I think it will be, I hope he takes a step back and thinks, okay, it's not worth it, because I still think it's very early. But this is Marc Marquez.
He will not ride if he doesn't, because at the end of the day, like you said, he doesn't want to give all this up. It's been his life since he was 3 years old. He will, if he feels he cannot ride, he won't ride.
No, that's what I mean is I hope he comes back when he's ready to do it, physically ready.
He will.
Because a full-on Marc Marquez is only good for the World Championship.
Oh, yeah. Well, Fabio said that he wants Marquez back to help him get rid of the red dudes.
Yeah, literally. And he's not going to be able to do that at 70%. Like, I don't care who you are.
Thing is, right, what I find interesting is Marquez last year won 3 races with an arm that had the bone like 30 degrees in the wrong way.
Something like that, yeah.
Marquez is going to come back now with a bone in the right way.
Yeah.
On a terrible way.
But that's what I'm saying. There's like there's a very real possibility that Honda could throw him off first lap because it's such a pig at the minute. And that's the really worrying part.
That's the same with every rider on that grid. Every rider on that grid could go out and have a crash and end their career.
But that Honda is an absolute pig. And if he doesn't have the full strength capacity to be able to ride it, I hope he just pulls over and says, no, too soon, job done.
Yeah, he will. But yes, the Honda's a pig, but this is Marquez. This is an 8-time world champion who's already ridden this bike this year.
Yes, you can say all that.
At 70%.
I just hope the desperation to return doesn't override common sense.
He ain't desperate to return. He has got nothing to gain out of returning this year. Nothing. The championship's done. Yeah. Championship's over. He ain't winning that championship. He has nothing to gain out of coming back early.
But that's exactly why I don't think he should bother.
In 2020,
wait till next year, he's guaranteed to be fit after a winter.
Yeah, but what's the point? But then on the other flip side, what's the point of waiting if he's ready? If he can race now, what's the point in sitting back and being like, yeah, Stefan, you can ride? Like, he needs to make sure that bike now is good enough so that next year he can ride it to a title.
Yeah.
If he comes back now on this test and is 70%, he will sit out until maybe the Valencia test. But if he rides it and he's 100% now, there's no reason for him to sit on the sidelines and be like, I'm not going to ride because...
And it's all about the data.
There's no reason.
Yeah, it's all about data and learning it. And, it's one of those things where you've got to be actually riding the bike in race trim to make sure that you're fit enough.
And that's it. Back to the catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So the longer you leave it, the harder it's going to be to get back to being that fit. I know he's passed like a fitness test, but the ultimate fitness test is a race.
Is going on the bike and doing it. Yeah, exactly. And he will be doing race runs, doing the testing and things like that. And again, he has nothing to gain by pushing it. In 2020, when he came back too early, he came back early because he had to win that championship. In his mind, he had everything to lose. Unfortunately, he lost more than he could ever have imagined in that by coming back too early. He lost not only one championship, but he lost 2, 3 now. He lost 2020, 2021 and 2022 championships by coming back too early.
Yeah, because he's
not going to make that mistake again.
Would definitely have won 2020. Just based on Jerez before the crash.
He'd be 11-time champion now.
Like, there's no way.
I have no doubt.
He would not have won 2020. 21, maybe not. Because Fabio was fairly strong. But 2020, I had absolutely no doubt. The way he just carved into the pack, like they were on Moto2 bikes until his crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. And he has nothing to gain by coming back early, and I think he's going to do...
Well, that's exactly
my point. He's going to be careful.
I hope he comes back when it's right, not too early.
He will.
That's my fear because it's Marc Marquez.
So say he comes back, do you think he's got a win in him this year?
Yeah.
Maybe at Phillip Island.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Top 6s with an arm that ain't right on a pig of a bike.
Yeah, he got
one of those 3 things, of diplopia gone, arm right, or Honda being fine. You fix one of those and that's easily 5 seconds.
Well, the thing is, he got 5th place at Qatar on a bike that was not that great with a messed up arm.
Yeah, but
now he's got a good arm on the same bike.
I don't think Qatar is a fair thing because Paul podiumed in Qatar.
Okay, I'll pick any other result that isn't Qatar. Oh, look.
Cota's probably the best one.
He finished 4th.
Yeah, Cota's probably the best shout there. Because he carved up the pack like they won there again.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. If you can't say, Qatar doesn't matter, and then pick a similar result where he also did the same good thing,
But the other Hondas didn't.
But what I'm saying is, Marquez, 4th at Jerez, with a crap arm. Now that Marquez has a good arm,
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. One of those 3 things fixed.
He'll be back. He'll be back to normal. Like I think I could see him winning races again this year. The fact that he could do it last year.
Since Jerez, Pecco's found form. Vinales has found form. There's more people up in that that could podium
more people
now.
To beat.
Yeah, exactly. There's more people to beat. Muscle out the way.
Enea
as well is sort of now
it's going to be interesting, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it is. It's going to be...
There's a win in it, but there's a win in Arthur Field, as we said earlier.
Yeah.
This is Marc Marquez. Like, when Marquez is on it, he is
Oh, I tell you
mentally,
what,
there's nobody stronger than Marquez.
Yeah, he is. Even now, like after everything that's happened, he is still strong mentally.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, how the freak, man?
He's also not the name that you want behind you on your pit board every time you go by.
With a good arm, definitely.
With a good arm, yeah.
Even the name, like, will put fear into riders.
MAQ 0.0. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I would just leave it wide. Let him go.
Well, yeah.
After you, sir.
The fact that the Sepang a few years ago when Rossi saw Marquez gain on his pit board and crashed at T1.
Oh, mate, Rossi fans are going to hate this podcast.
No, but the fact that Valentino Rossi, who never succumbs to pressure, succumbs to the pressure of Marc Marquez, just shows the fear that Marquez brings to riders. And he will, even now, even though he's been a bit injured, people will still go, shit, it's Marc Marquez.
Yeah, if he's having a good race, there's nothing you can do about it.
He's the only one who defeated Rossi mentally, really. Lorenzo just didn't bother. He just beat him on track. And Stoner was like, I don't particularly give a shit.
Yeah, Stoner
he's the only one who actually took him on and won. Like.
Yeah, and Mark is the only man in the career to do that. And so for like Pecco, who, as we know, struggles a little bit with pressure, although the last 4 races he has proven to be a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Is that because Marquez isn't there?
Yeah, I think him seeing Marquez, like last year, you look at last year at Misano when Marquez again was gaining. Yeah. And Pecco went, oh, crash.
But then Pecco beat him in Aragon,
Yeah, and then Aragon...
Honestly, I think the thing people are
it's going to be good. I just can't wait.
Is Marc Marquez absolutely battered Fabio mentally to stop him winning a race in 2019. You know, Fabio had so many chances and he slapped him sideways every single race.
Misano, when Mark just followed him the whole race and bang, last lap.
Thailand
followed him the whole race, bang, last lap.
Yeah. You know, I think it's going to affect Fabio more than Pecco. Even though Fabio said he wants him back, I think it's going to affect him more than
PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I think if he wants to come back and he is good after this Aragon test, there's a good chance he could win Aragon after Misano, sorry.
Yeah. Aragon's his favourite track.
Yeah. Well, he's got a corner named after him, for God's sake.
Marquez's record at Aragon is ridiculous. Like, hold on, I'll get it up quickly.
Nice.
Hey. Cameron's PG.
What's that? Jacob swore. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, God. What the hell's this?
Oh.
So.
Is this related?
Show me the record.
I think he's only been beaten by Pecco last year, and that was with a gammy arm, yeah?
Yeah, and now Dobby's out the window, so, you know, it's so.
But now we've got Bastianini, who could be a bit mental at Aragon this year.
Yeah, right. Consecutive wins of the same Grand Prix. Marc Marquez has won Assen and Germany 8 times. That's crazy.
Germany,
Marquez,
yeah.
Most wins of the same Grand Prix. Assen's Aragon's not even on there.
Oh yeah, but we haven't been going to Aragon since 2014, 2015, haven't we?
Yeah, so I'll go on his actual...
probably half the reason.
I'll go his whole career results because he has got a hell of a record at Aragon. Last year, 2nd. 2019, 1st. 2018, 1st. 2017, 1st. 2016, 1st. 15, crash. 2014 was 13th. 2013,
that was
he
wet,
won again.
Was it not?
Yeah, 2013, that was when he tangled with Pedrosa. And then go back to Moto 2, 2nd, Moto 2 again, 2011, 1st, crashed in 2010.
Have we been there that long? Jesus.
Yeah.
How did he do in 2013?
Since 2010. Since 2010.
What was his result in 2013, his rookie season?
He won it. Won at Aragon.
Well, there you go, folks.
Like, Marquez at Aragon is like...
It's a formidable thing.
He loves it. And so...
The Ducatis are amazing around Aragon.
They've got the straight line speed.
Not even that. Like, they've got the long, sweeping corners. It's very Ducati.
Well, they said in the press conference at the start of the weekend, they asked them, like, out of the upcoming tracks, which one? They asked Pecco, Fabio, and Aleix, what track you're not looking forward to. Fabio said, Aragon, don't really like Aragon, never really gone too well there in MotoGP. Pecco went, well, I'm really looking forward to Aragon. I really like Aragon. It's my favourite track. Aleix had the same. And the pair of them went, I'm not really scared about any circuit. All of the ones that are coming up I really like. And And Fabio's just gone, I don't like Aragon. And then
just sort of showed his hand.
gone, I love it.
It's pointless hiding it because it's very clear that he doesn't like Aragon based on not only his results, but his shit. Did you see Unlimited last year when they read Aragon and he was just like, I hate this place.
Yeah.
He's already said it on a worldwide documentary. It's pointless hiding it.
The thing is, like, Fabio is having to ride that Yamaha so damn hard. Like, what was he?
It's going to bite him.
Was he fifth? Yeah,
and that was the limit.
That's it. I'm convinced that he got that Yamaha around the track today as fast as that machine possibly could.
The issue is like he's got no support.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. He took that thing as fast as it physically could, and it was good enough for fifth.
And it's wild.
I know,
when you actually stop and think that the only support Fabio has against Ducati is an Aprilia.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And like the closest guy to him today was Dovi actually in 12th, which I'm like, hell yeah. Grazie
Dovi.
Nice
yeah,
one.
but then his freaking teammate crashed out with 25 laps to go. He
crashed out.
Yeah, and then what? You got Binder who's not really going to be up. Well, is he? And
yeah, well, you can't rely on that.
He might take a fudge of him,
but he's a rookie. Yeah. Maybe he could skittle Bagnaia again to hand somebody else's.
Skittle an Italian and they get hate for it. Yeah.
But Fabio is doing bits.
He's a lone wolf, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right, Kat. I think literally it's going as fast as physics will allow.
Yeah. No one could make that bike go any faster. You could.
No one.
I don't know. Yeah, and it was good enough for fifth today.
Although maybe
Aragon, it's going to be good enough for
just to
fifth
boil
again.
the piss of some Yamaha people further. Marquez probably could.
Probably.
Because Fabio said you might look smooth, but you need to be aggressive as hell to ride that Yam. You know, that's Marquez's MO, isn't it?
I'd love Fabio and Marquez to be on the same bike.
What I'd like is what I would love to see is like a race of champions at the end of the year, but on like a totally neutral bike, like a Kawasaki or something. Yeah, or like a bike, a specific frame created specifically for the race of champions with the entire grid.
We've already said this on our previous podcast.
Have we?
Like,
multiple times.
You've got to think that there's 6, maybe 7 riders who would be at the front no matter what. And then there is a divide. And like Fabio's in it, Pecco,
Morbidelli will be up there, I can guarantee you.
Morbidelli, Marquez.
Well, Fernandez, Remy Gardner will be up there. But yeah,
there's a slight divide in talent, and that its divide in talent is being exacerbated by a poor Yamaha.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, and that's the whole grid. You get most of the riders on good bikes. You get Brad Binder on a good bike, P1 every week. Miguel Oliveira on a good bike, P1 every week. Ralph Fernandez on a good bike, P1 every week. Remy Gardner, good bike, top again. You know, there's only a few riders that I'd be like, Fabio Digia, not really sure. You go down.
You couldn't write anyone off. That's the thing. If they were on a winning bike, none of their field would be written off. Like you could maybe have more doubts about certain riders.
Well, I doubt blimmin' Digia, but he won on the Grassini bike last year, and he's the only guy to win on that Grassini Moto 2 bike since Xavier Simeon.
He's got a pole this season, you know what I mean?
Since Sam Lowe's actually. Probably.
Yeah, there's clearly something with Digia that's
Digia's got it.
Exceptional.
He's just
like for me, it's like there's not a rider on that grid who is anything other than incredible. Well, but there's levels of incredible.
Yeah, there's levels to the game, I think. Right, there's a transfer we forgot about.
Oh, sorry.
I just remembered.
Johan
Mir.
Oh, of course, a transfer.
I was going to say something in a bit, but okay, carry
on. So Johan Mir has been officially confirmed at the Repsol Honda team.
Good. What's next?
Bad.
Thing is, right?
He ain't going to ride
that thing.
There.
Rins is also there. I think
it's going to be the equivalent, right, of Rossi jumping on that Ducati. They're going to have such a shock, and they're both going to think on that first test, they're both going to think, what the fuck have I got myself in for?
Yeah, but my point is, him and Rins can help develop that, to push that bike a lot forward.
Yeah.
And you got 10 world titles now in the Repsol Honda team for next year. Which is crazy. Last time that happened was, Alex Marquez in 2020.
Yeah, but then, there was Lorenzo and Marquez on the Repsol, and it didn't really help Lorenzo much, did it?
No, that Catalunya crash after that, it just... But
I think
they've got to now listen to him.
They can, the Honda, as I've said previously, will be better soon.
Honda weren't keen to listen to anybody because they had Marquez winning everything. Now they've had 3 years of not winning anything. They're going to be very keen to listen to what Rins and Mir have to say.
Rins and Mir especially, because they both come off the same bike.
And they've both come off a Suzuki, which is, as we know, one of the best well-handling bikes on the grid. Honda are going to be looking at that. Marquez will be like, oh, no.
But they're going to both have similar perspectives, which might hinder them in a way, because maybe you need a Ducati rider, for example, as a third perspective, but I can't see it being a negative.
No, for sure.
I think it's going to be good. What were you going to say, Jacob, then?
I wasn't.
You said, I had something else to say then, but...
I don't know.
Gone. Oh my God.
Great.
I'm sure it was bollocks. I won't worry about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the Grassini livery today?
I thought it was very nice. It was very nice.
Bella.
It looked even better. Much like most of the special liveries, though. It looked better on the Moto 2.
I don't know. I barely saw it. I didn't even see it until blooming Salah got knocked off by Senna.
No, it's the same as most special liveries, because that Ducati's so wingy. It just looks better on a flatter bike.
Yeah, fair enough. And I hated that blooming VR46 one. That was rancid.
I didn't mind it. I don't know. I'm kind of... Unless a livery is like really nice.
Did you see who it was designed by?
It's okay. Just interrupt me. It's all right.
Yeah,
some guy called Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog Jones.
What were you saying, Cameron?
I was just
sorry.
about to
it just came into my head. I'm sorry. It just came into my head.
I was just saying, unless a livery is like super nice, that's like the only end of the spectrum that I can feel about liveries. I'm either like, okay, that's really nice and I love it, or I don't care. I'm never like, oh, that's ugly. Or whatever.
There's no ambivalence, is there?
Yeah. I don't know.
Nobody sees a special livery and goes, meh.
I do.
Well, I did today. That's what I'm saying. Like I was when it came to the VR46 one, those guys, I was sort of like
mid.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, oh, cool. They got a special livery. Anyway.
So that's a plus, not a meh. You felt something.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm more just meaning like I noticed
more just feel like, oh, it's different, sick. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like I noticed it. I wasn't like, oh, cool. Like, let me have a look at that. I was like, oh, that bright
like the Jeremy Clarkson. Oh no. Anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. That was my attitude. It was sort of that's how. It's when they always talk about the Dacias or something, isn't it? They do that. But anyway, this isn't a Top Gear podcast.
That's what scares the hell out of me about the Misano special liveries, though. I just know it's going to... The VR46 boys ain't coming out of it been very good. They need to stop it.
Yeah, I know. It is a curse. Oh, my God.
Well...
You're still eating Haribo?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I haven't eaten my dinner yet.
Haven't you just been to the gym and now you're just piling yourself with gelatin?
There's carbs, boys. But
just a booze in that pack, and look at him.
I did leg days, so you got to get extra calories.
Oh my God, yeah.
Got to fill your legs
calories,
back.
I'm sure. I mean, I can't talk. I'm a fat bastard.
Carbs,
so, anyway.
so it's fine.
Yeah, carbs. Carb loading.
I just thought, Cam.
No,
we haven't had a whiskey pop.
I know. I'm sorry, I don't have a bottle tonight.
Oh no!
I know.
We need a whiskey sponsor.
We need a whiskey sponsor. I can't afford it. I can't afford like 40 quid a week on a bottle of whiskey. So,
well, we don't have to drink a bottle a week, but a glass a week.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. A bottle would, yeah. I don't know. You need to do your like finger in the cheek thing that you did last week. That was your bottle. Oh, there it goes. Well done.
There you
go. Okay, moving on.
Can I go back to the point I was making before you interrupted me?
Tell him no.
You mentioned the Misano. You know, they always crash the VR46 guys. Rossi stopped doing special deliveries at Mugello because every time he put one on, he crashed.
There's something in it, I'm telling you. I mean, Vietti sometimes doesn't even make the race for the warm-ups. Like, he decks in warm-up and then has to run the standard livery, and then he doesn't crash.
Yeah, I remember that last year, wasn't it? And he crashed in the warm-up.
Yeah, he ruined that lovely Hyundai livery, and then he did okay in the race.
Yeah, Vietti in special liveries is just...
It's just a bad combo, man.
Yeah, Vietti is just...
If I was Vietti, right, I'd just be in the corner and be like, look, stop it. Fuck off. I don't want it.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I mean, he's lost the title, I think, now. He's gone.
Today was the day.
He's out of it.
If he couldn't win today, when he showed some form at his home track, it's just not going to happen, is it?
I wouldn't say it's over, but it's very slim now. Like
the consistency of Agura and Fernandez.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I was just about to say. Is you've got to feel Agura will do well in Asia.
Likely, yes.
So Fernandez needs to build something in Aragon, otherwise Agura's just going to tap him.
Agura's this is only his 4th year in the World Championship, and he was doing the Asia Talent Cup 4 or 5 years ago on these tracks.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he knows them.
Yeah. And not only that, he will know, I know it's not, they're still athletes, they're still at the top of their game, but the humidity, the heat, the conditions, they're very different to Europe. And Agura grew up in it. He knows it.
Chantra knows it.
It's going Chantra won in Indonesia or whatever. What was that? Yeah, Indo, wasn't it?
And then he's going to win at Thailand and Buriram.
Yeah, in the stupid hot humidity conditions, he just cleared off.
And Malaysia, you'll know it because, again, it's very similar climate to Indonesia.
Yeah, so it does make a difference whether people like it or not. I think Agura is no favourite. He stayed in touch through Europe.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll have to see. Should we, before we fully dive into Moto 2, should we do the Moto 3 predictions and then 3-2 and then GP?
Yeah, go on then. Let's do that.
Was there any Moto 2 confirmations or Moto 3 confirmations?
So, Dennis Foggia has been officially confirmed at Italtrans, which is great.
Yeah.
Moves LDP down.
He is rumoured to go back to Moto 3 with the Snipers team.
Yeah, replacing Sutter.
Okay.
Yeah. Where on earth are my predictions? There they are. Misano. Then the Moto 3 Leopard rider didn't get confirmed, weirdly.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what's up with that?
Because I can't say the rider's surname, but the rider's cousin told me that he was going to be announced this weekend. And I even confirmed it was his cousin because they got the same surname and the rider follows this person who's messaging me. So I'm like, yes, it's definitely related to him. But he's not being confirmed by the Leopard squad. So I'm a bit...
A weird one. Very weird one. And he was there. It would have made sense.
There are some rumours, like Joel Kelso, apparently CF Moto.
Yeah, they said that on the world feed, I believe.
Yeah.
Or was it
and they're going, is it Max Biaggi squad? I can tell you right now, it's not Max Biaggi, okay?
Yeah.
Not Biaggi's team.
CF Moto would make sense.
But what... I just don't understand that he's turned down Max Biaggi for CF Moto.
Well, maybe he hasn't turned it down for CF Moto.
He's got a paycheck. Rueda's either going to be an IO or Tech 3. Morera will be an IO, probably.
Yeah, that's a dream team right there, Rueda and Morera.
Jeez,
yeah,
that would be a beast of a thing because Adrian Fernandez is out of Tech 3.
Yeah, well, there'll be Holgado and Morera or Holgado and Rueda who have been teammates before at the Estrella Lithium on now squad.
Yep. But Tech 3 is going to be 2 rides next year.
Masia
is in talks to go to Moto 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know who with?
I heard a rumor of Intact, but that'll be Tulovic and probably Alcoba maybe, but I don't know about Alcoba.
Because Alcoba, no, innit?
Alcoba might be out.
Yeah, Alcoba might be out. We know Schroeder's out because he confirmed. So there could be 2 Intact seats, so it could well be Masia.
Right.
Which would be interesting. Tulovic is pretty much dead set.
Yeah,
German. They've always had a German. It'll be Tulo. He's 22 years old. He's got a lot of years left to do it. Just trying to think of other ones. Vietti obviously been unofficially confirmed. The rumor was that Arenas might go to Fantech, but obviously it's going to be Antonelli now.
So that for me puts him at Pons replacing Navarro. That would be the most likely for me.
Yeah, there's rumours that Joe Roberts is going to go to Pons. There's rumours of Aaron Canet. No, Albert Arenas at Pons.
Yeah. Arenas needs to stay. He's proven enough to stay.
Yeah, he's been amazing this year. Guevara is the rumored guy to be replacing Arenas.
Right, but of course, we could have an IO Moto2 ride in the works with Fernandez going up, so that's going to be coveted.
That maybe will.
But I've not heard any links whatsoever.
Well, Sasaki, we said Sasaki on the podcast last week, and then I heard something that it's definitely not going to be Sasaki in the IO squad. So, but he's got a Red Bull sponsorship. Like, it makes the most sense.
Like, I wouldn't put Masia on that bike.
No, I wouldn't either.
Messia's good. That's the issue. He's just not good enough.
There's a rumor of Sergio Garcia going to Leopard as well.
Yeah,
right.
And Onshu maybe on the tech. Maybe Onshu to IO Moto2.
That would be my trick, honestly. If I had to move a Moto3 rider up, it'd be Onshu.
So, that's it. So I said Sasaki a minute ago. It wasn't Sasaki that's been turned down by IO. Dennis Onshu has a 5-year deal with KTM to be in Moto3. He's in like his second year of it. KTM, he kind of wants to move up Onshu because he's a bit big now.
Yeah.
He has said, KTM have told him, you could get out of the contract at the end of this year, scot-free, you won't have to pay a penny for us, and you can race in Moto2 next year if you want, but it won't be with the IO team. So
why?
Onshu could move. I don't know. It doesn't.
Because KTM don't want to put him up.
Why are KTM like this? Honestly, why are you the way that you
why
are?
Why are you like this? Yeah. It literally is it, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 years ago, we were talking about KTM as the perfect man management squad. Now it's just gone completely tits up.
Absolutely terrible.
There was something I heard.
Was he not rumoured that speed up Onshu? Because replacing Furman, who would go to Mastercamp on a Yamaha contract.
Yeah, that's the rumour of Furman going to Mastercamp on a Calais.
And then
again, I just want to reiterate, these are all rumours. Nothing of this is concrete. These are all just what's been going on and in talks. I don't want anyone to go, oh yeah, this is definitely happening, because
don't sue
like
Deck.
I said, these are rumours.
Everything we said after Foggia is a rumour. Foggia is the last confirmed.
Artigas is probably going to leave CF Moto.
Of course.
But I think he might be replacing Moreira at MSI.
I wouldn't want him. I want him back on a Honda. He did the Honda well.
He did, yeah. Fallon at CIP is the biggest thing that's probably going to happen. Riccardo Rossi is also rumoured at Leopard.
That's a strange one. But it makes sense with the Italian connection.
Yeah, because the Sitch 58 squad are rumoured to be leaving, along with the Vintia team.
Oh, gee. Okay.
But then they've got links of signing Chev riders.
Yeah, because Harrison Vaught is rumoured to be going up.
Yeah, which is obviously why he made his wildcard debut.
Yeah, we get the scoop over here.
Oh, those bloody dogs, I swear to God, man. They were out, literally, they were out just before we started this podcast. You don't need to pee twice in an hour. Go away.
Honestly, though, the last time we did the podcast, you were complaining about the dogs and it didn't come up on the audio, so...
I can see my audio hopping.
I'll do my best to get rid of them again.
Yeah.
Right then, but I can see my audio hopping, just saying.
Fair enough. In the Moto2 standings, so in Moto2, I'm just thinking contract. Arbolino is rumoured to be leaving the... just mute your mic, Jacob, if you haven't already. Arbolino's rumoured to be... obviously not your Discord mic, just your podcast mic. Arbolino's rumoured to be leaving VDS, potentially.
Okay. Don't know if that's a good
where
move or not.
To be honest.
He seems to be doing bits.
The thing there is he's fallen out with the team, hasn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, he's still fifth in the championship, though. But he hasn't had the podium since Kota.
Well, he won, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bad.
What do you do from here?
I don't know, Bobby. I want a Skreek to step up. Alex Skreek, maybe Senna Aegis as well.
Skinner.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
SDK's in trouble.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Sadly, yeah. He needs another year, and I hope he gets it.
A lot of those riders need another year. I think like Grassini are probably like the ones who are of that back markers who both need to go to a different squad.
Yeah, well, it's like you go back to your point, Cameron, earlier of, rookies need 2 years. Rookies should be automatically given 2 years. Doesn't matter if they change teams in that time, but they need 2 years in that championship minimum.
Yeah, I think
because
so.
You've got riders like Simone Corsi who every year can bang out a contract, even though he's 36 and has done nothing. He's 0 points this year.
For 300 grand.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's like, why are you getting a seat and riders who deserve a seat like Alonso Lopez aren't getting seats?
Mm-hmm.
Because he brings consistency, but he's consistently 21st. So what's the fucking
He brings consistency, aka money to pay for the Ford Racing's new yacht. Well, hey.
Yeah. Mr. Kazari going, nice new car, Kazakosi.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. McPhee will bring 300 grand to that squad.
He'll bring money. Joshua Watley also brought a lot of money to the Vision Track squad, unfortunately. Right, so we'll do the Moto 3 predictions, and then we'll actually talk about the Moto 3 race.
Cool.
So I haven't recorded a thing.
That's right. Just do it. Just tell us what's happening.
So if you don't listen to this podcast, we do predictions every week, and we basically will score, take a tally, predict the podium, and you get points for where riders finish. So you get a point for any place on the podium. So if you correctly predict a rider to be on the podium, and they are on the podium, you get a point.
Whoa.
If a position is like invalid, kind of thing. What are you fucking laughing about?
You've done this so many times, much better than this.
Yes, I'm tired. It's nearly 10 o'clock at night, okay? So you get a point if you get pole position. You get 5 points if you correctly predict the position of the rider on the podium. So if you predict on shoe to be third and he finishes third, you get 5 points. If you predict him to be third and he finishes second, you get 1 point. If you correctly predict the winner, you get 10 points. If you correctly predict all 3 riders on the podium but they're in the wrong positions, you get 15 points. If you correctly predict all 3 riders on the podium but they're incorrect, but you get pole, you get 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
If you correctly predict the riders on the podium in their correct positions, 25 points. If you do the same again but get pole as well, you get 30 points. And if you can correctly pick every rider from every class in the correct positions and pole position, so all 9 podium positions and then the 3 pole positions, you get 100 points.
That has never happened and never will happen. But anyway.
I genuinely, right? I don't think, how many people listen to this pod? We're in the thousands, yeah?
Nah, 6, maybe 6 or 7 people.
We're in the thousands. That's 1,000 chances plus to get it right.
The odds on getting
every single rider, I guarantee nobody's done it.
Yeah, no. Well, the odds will be in the millions.
Well, they'll be in the millions. Steve Day had a bet on today for just the winner of the Moto 3, Moto 2, and Moto GP race, and the odds were 130 to 1.
Yeah,
for Bastianini, Lopez, and Vodja, and it was 130 to 1.
Yeah,
so imagine getting all 3 podium positions and pole. Yeah,
not gonna happen.
There's thousands of chances, and nobody's ever got it yet.
Nah.
I'd say
it's never gonna.
If anyone writes in and says that they got that, they are straight up lying. So,
well, you go to Mugello, and I correctly predicted the podium in the right position for the Premier class. That won't happen again for a very long time.
Yeah, I did it in Moto 2 last year, didn't I? Once.
Yeah, and I did it for Sashiming last year.
On average, maybe 1 a season then. 1 podium a season.
Yeah, it's 1-2 a season. It's crazy.
If someone messages and says, I did this with all 3 and I got the poles, grow up.
No chance.
No, you didn't.
No chance.
I gotta say, though, today I nearly had the MotoGP podium and I nearly had the Moto 3, but...
Nearly ain't it, is it?
No. So, anyway, on to this Moto 3. With the predictions, going into the Misano round, I'm leading the championship with 214 points. Cameron has 157 in second. Ryan in third with 141 and Jacob in fourth with 128. With a special wild card of Lauren from last time who predicted some points. She won't be continued in tally after this weekend, but thought we'd add her in for this one. So she got 0 points. So, pole position went to Dennis Onshu.
Yes.
Cameron was correct. Well done. I went for Guevara, Jacob Sasaki, Ryan and Lauren Foggia. So, well done, Cameron.
Thank you for my point.
Was absolute dog water.
Yeah, 17th he qualified.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Something must have gone wrong. It must have.
It was the conditions, wasn't it? The conditions
were so
but
strange.
Sasaki is normally quite good in mixed. Something went tits up for him.
It's such a luck thing qualifying in Moto 3 anyway, let alone when the conditions are dodgy.
Yeah. So third place went to Izan Guevara. I picked Guevara third, as did Cameron. We get 5 points each.
Delicious.
Jacob went Onshu, Ryan went Foggia, Lauren went Sasaki. Second place was Yami Masia. None of us picked Masia on the podium, full stop. I went Foggia second, Jacob went Sasaki, Cameron went Sasaki, Ryan went Sasaki, and Lauren went Garcia for second. And for the win, I get a point there. No, I don't. I'll explain why I get a point in a minute. I went for Onshu to win. Jacob went Minyo, Cameron went Onshu, Ryan went Guevara, and so did Lauren. And it was Foggia who won. I picked Foggia for second, and Ryan picked Foggia for third. So we get a point each. Yeah. Guevara was also third, and Ryan and Lauren picked him for the win, so they get a point each.
My patented outside prediction didn't work.
Yeah, it really didn't.
No, none of yours did, to be honest.
Like Mino was probably the most likely outside prediction, and I think he would have had a shot. Had he stayed on.
But he crashed.
Yeah, he was quickest he'd been for months. Because I was looking back the other day, and I was thinking, "Fuck me, Andrea Mino won Qatar."
Yeah,
what the hell has happened in that time?
Mad. So me and Cameron scored 6 points. Ryan 2, Lauren 1, Jacob 0.
Yeah.
So the standings are now me with 220, Cameron with 163, Ryan 143, Jacob 128, and Lauren with 1.
I'm not lost. Get in.
Yeah, but you will be next week again. So we're in the Moto3 race. Annoyingly though, I predicted Onshu to win, Foggia second, Guevara third. Onshu was fourth, so I could have had all three on the podium, but the ones about that pesky Masia.
And Onshu not having a gammy shoulder.
Yes. Onshu, he did really well considering
he's my rider of the day. Like the pain barrier he had to go. Like you could see, Turkish warrior school taught not to feel pain, but Jesus Christ, you could see when he was off that bike. They showed him in the garage after.
In the garage, yeah, he was wincing, wasn't he?
My God, I could feel his pain through the screen, man.
Yeah, can't argue with that. Him being your rider of the day for Moto3.
Gotta say though, Holgado did a really good job. He is on for that. That was his best result in Moto3 yet. 5th place.
True. Yeah.
He's coming. He's always been a bit of a slow burner, hasn't
he? Slow burner in the Chev, did all right, and then when he won the championship, he was on it.
Yeah, bam. Result. And that's what's going to happen. He's going to win one. He's going to do a Pego. He's going to win one and then keep on winning. It's that simple.
Yeah.
He's too good to not. Like, I think this was a race where I think experience was actually needed because all the rookies faded, apart from Joel Kelso.
Kelso did all right, but it was definitely helped by all the millions of crashes in Moto3.
Oh, yeah, but there's something about starting 30th for him, isn't there?
He
started 30th last year and won in the Chev. Started 30th today and came 14th. Point.
Did well. Just shows the level, though, between the World Championship and this championship. But the big point, one of the big points, is that Sasaki didn't first lap. He was coming in back into that championship fight, and I think it's done now.
Taken out again. Yeah.
3-horse race.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Sergio Garcia needs grabbing and slapping.
Much
like Albert Arenas did.
I had to go to the door or something. And then
Aspar should have grabbed him and said, look, stop. It's that simple. Like they should have with Arenas in 2020. Why was he getting involved in fights that weren't his? No,
so what happened?
Desperate.
What happened?
So he was not yielding to blue flags. So he was right in the middle of the battle for 8th to 12th with Ortola and Nepa, all those. Right. And he was overtaking them.
Even though he was like a lap.
Yeah, he was getting blue flags, was not adhering to the blue flags, and quite rightly got black flagged.
Black flagged. Idiot.
Yeah. He because he got pushed wide thanks to Adrian Fernandez in the first corner.
Yeah.
And from then he realized, his race was gone, so he was pushing hard.
His bulb went.
Mm-hmm. He was like pushing really. He was having an issue every corner, and he was like out of the saddle every corner. It was a crash waiting to happen, and eventually he did crash.
Yeah.
I think Fernandez hit his brake lever, which I think was a contributing factor because that's why he pulled in. I think because Fernandez, if you actually see the images, but I think that's the contributing factor of the crash. I think Fernandez hit his brake lever and moved it.
Not on purpose.
No, not on purpose. No, of course not. Like he'd lost it. His leg came off, and unfortunately, Garcia was behind him.
Yeah, but that has meant now that Garcia has lost the title lead and it's Izan Guevara leading. And then given Garcia's terrible form recently.
Yeah, Guevara looked good today as well. So I'd say that's...
He needs to go and... Sergio Garcia needs to go and buy Jaume Masia and Dennis Foggia a beer. Because he saved a 9 championship point. It's gone from a 20-point lead to an 11-point lead. Thanks to those two overtaking him.
Foggia is now just over a race away. 33 points.
Foggia has done it again, hasn't he? He's been from like miles behind. He's just every race he's back up.
That Leopard bike today was somewhere else though.
He was pulling on those straights.
How in the hell? Seriously, I know it's legal. Don't come at me. But how in the hell are they doing that? Whatever their secret is, genuinely, whatever their secret is, right? If they could sell that to Honda, they could make literally hundreds of millions.
Why would they do that? Because then you got Josh Watley overtaking a blooming Leopard on the straight. You don't want that.
Yeah, literally. Like, what? I don't know how they do it, what they do with it, and probably never will. But my God.
Yeah, but yeah, it was an alright Moto3 race. David Munoz, it wasn't Adrian Fernandez's fault. It was bloody Munoz who pushed them all off track. What a surprise, man.
Well, it should specify in fairness to Munoz here. Munoz didn't push them off. He was on his line.
Yeah, but he had direct cause of them going off track.
But he didn't need to move.
Yeah, but he went, because he overtook somebody and pushed everyone wide.
But that's it. He didn't need to move. He was perfectly on his line, entitled to go for the space, and that's the thing. It's Moto3 turn 1 shenanigans, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not like launching a bloody tirade against it. I'm just saying that it's a bit funny that it's...
Yeah, it's always Munoz, isn't it?
Kick-started by bloody Munoz.
Yeah.
But
Munoz, bad rider.
It was a good race though. Masia was putting in some bloody incredible moves to try and get past Guevara and Foggia, but then he'd lose it every time when they went into the
second last lap. And the last lap especially, the moves Masia put on Guevara, that was a sit down, mate. This is my podium.
Just a shame he's not consistent, because if he was more consistent, he'd be a title fighter completely. But
but like, what is he, 5th?
Yeah, he's 4th. He is. Yeah,
yeah. But he's miles
57
off.
back.
57 best of the rest.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, you got your top 3, and then. Well, I don't know. Masia was very,
it's between the
today.
top 3 now.
Where did he qualify, Masia? I feel like he came back from...
Was he not like...
back, didn't he?
14th, 15th, I want to say. He wasn't... Again, he was another victim of those dodgy conditions in quali.
Right. Which just makes it more impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, he wasn't up there.
Are you finding that?
He qualified in 11.
Yeah, level 2, yeah.
Okay.
And
Double
one
digits.
rider I did want to shout out was Stefano Nepa again. Another solid top 10.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think he should be doing better than that, to be honest.
I don't know. Because
but look at last year at Catalonia when he was like 2nd.
Yeah, but he's improved every single year that he's been there. I think he's one of those really slow burners. He's never gone backwards. And I think if he can find that extra 1%, he'll be up there, like, consistently.
Yeah, he's a solid rider.
He'll get you solid top 10s, but he's not going to compete for the title. But I think he's worth shouting out because not everybody can do that.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
Like, look at Ortola. He's in and out of the points like a yo-yo. Never's consistently there.
I did expect more from Tatsuki Suzuki today, though, given that his teammate won and Suzuki's a previous winner. He only managed to stick.
Yeah, near enough 6 seconds off.
They had to choose who they give the hack bike to, didn't they? And they give it to Foggia today.
Conspiracy.
Right. Before we move to Moto 2, the Moto3 Championship standings currently lead at Guevara in first, 204 points. Garcia second, 11 points back. Foggia third, 35 points back from Guevara. Then Masia, Honshu, Sasaki still in sixth. Suzuki, Minyo, Tatai, and Holgado in 10th.
Who the hell is Minyo 8th? That's
no idea.
I don't know.
That is wild.
He's 8th, but like with 84 points when Guevara is up there with 204. So
yeah, but you can look at it another way.
Discrepancies. Yeah.
He's 8th with 84 points. How?
Exactly. I know. Well, that's
Where has he found those 84 points? Like,
well, it's the same like a handful of guys, between Guevara, Garcia, Foggia, Masia, Onshu, Sasaki, and Suzuki are like, they're constantly getting the big points, really. And then it's kind of everybody else. So
everyone's just scrambling for the rest.
Honestly, I can't think of the last time Mino finished a race.
It was Silverstone, wasn't it? We finished 9th.
A long time.
Yeah. So, right, in Moto2, in the prediction side of things, starting with pole position, Vietti got pole and Lauren got pole. Well done to Lauren. She picked Vietti. Me and Cameron went for Agura. Jacob went Arbolino for some reason, and Ryan went with Fernandez.
Arbolino did well. Wasn't a dumb prediction.
Did all right. So, I'll go via the entire podiums and how many points.
You just want to brag now, don't you?
Nope. So, Moto2 race winner was Alonso Lopez.
Yes.
Really, so freaking happy for him.
Amazing.
Canet second and Fernandez third. Lauren went for Agura, Dixon, and Costa. Yeah, she scored 0 points. Ryan went with Agura, Vietti, and Lopez. So Ryan gets a point for Lopez in the box. Well done. Cameron went for Vietti, Fernandez second, and Agura third. So Cameron gets a point for Fernandez. Jacob went Dixon, who didn't survive a lap. Arenas, who nearly got his first podium, and Agura. And I went for Alonso Lopez to win. Oh, yeah. I got it. I predicted that shit. Hell
so
yeah.
He gets 10 points.
I get 10 points. Then Vietti second and Augusto Fernandez third. So I get 15 points.
I hate you.
Honestly,
sit there and eat your Haribo and just get smug. God.
First and foremost, Alonso Lopez, what a beast.
Yeah.
Fucking legend. Hey, hold on. Let me fucking top up the scores first before you get onto that.
We know. We get it. Like,
for this round, I scored 15 points. And then Cameron, Ryan, and Lauren scored 1 and Jacob was 0. So the tally now stands at me leading with 235, Declan leading, Cameron second with 164, Ryan 20 back with 144, Jacob in fourth with 128, and Lauren has 2.
Still not lost.
Hell yeah, he will be next time. But yeah, on to Lorenzo Lopez.
What a beast.
What a freaking ride. What a ride. He led every lap.
Monster.
Yeah. He'd been threatening it, hadn't he?
Yeah. To be fair, should have picked.
He's led the last 4 races in a row.
You got to remember that he's a freaking rookie
on a Bosco.
Yeah, he's a rookie on a Bosco Scuro, and he's won his
first
7th
Bosco
race of this
Scuro
year.
win since Catalonia 2018 in the hands of Fabio Quartararo.
Yeah.
5 riders have won on a Bosco. Name them.
That's his 11th. Hold on, that's his 11th Moto2 race, I believe, off the top of my head.
That's quite good.
That's good. It's all right. Bosco winners: Iannone, Sam Lowes, Alonso Lopez, Fabio Quartararo, and
this is what I did with trip you up. Assen.
Not Corsi. Oh, is it Anthony West?
And West.
Yeah.
And West.
And that's it.
MMF.
That's it. It's in 10, 12 years. That's it.
Alonso Lopez, the king. The thing is, though, Lopez is doing it. He's not just like the odd track that he's good at. He's good at every track.
He's consistently very good. So.
That Bosco just works for him, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not working for Furman. He's kind of fallen off a cliff.
I know, that's a real shame, actually.
Furman's quick on it, but he can't make it stick.
Yeah.
He's in a bit of pressure.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's kind of in his head a little bit that Lopez, his teammate, is up there.
Especially as he smashed Lopez last year.
He spanked Lopez last year.
Like, there's no other way to put it.
Equal machinery.
Absolutely wrecked him last year.
That's got to really mess with your head, for sure.
So, yeah, because he should be like, I should be absolutely spanking you this year. And he's
with more races. Yeah, like it's how the turntables.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I do want to say is I thought, let's pick Jake Dixon. Let's see what happens.
You said, he's finally got it. 3 podiums in a row. He's finally...
Yeah. How wrong was I?
Thing is, right, his race was screwed from the get-go because of that crash in qualifying. They put him
self-inflicted
on
qualifying,
the grid. Yeah, he crashed. I think he hit some grass or something like that.
Classic Dixon. It's that simple.
And he crashed out the race on the second corner. And
did anybody else high side? Did any other Moto2 racer high slide
There
this weekend.
was a lot of
But
crashes.
it was a race of attrition for sure.
It was.
Right.
But it was all front end, wasn't it? Dixon was on the high side?
AGS hit Salach off, sent him to the moon.
We had 14 DNFs in Moto2.
Yeah,
Zonta
they just
went
dropped
off
like
first
flies, man.
I haven't seen most of the crashes, so I don't know. Vietti was a low slide, Bastianini low slide.
Yep, same corner.
But didn't Zonta? I think Zonta.
I think
may
Zonta
have had
just
a high
ran
slide.
off.
Oh, okay.
And
I
then
didn't
he
see
rejoined.
Didn't see Della Porta. Didn't see
Berman
Navarro.
was just a low side through the first corner after he'd been given a long lap penalty for a shortcut on the same corner.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't show the VR46 Master Camps crashes.
Well,
Gonzalez and Kubo. Didn't see them.
Yeah.
and Antonelli, I assume, was the same. Nice front end.
Yeah. Bit of a weird one.
Honestly, it was a pure race of attrition. At
Yeah,
one point,
and
it was looking like if you finished, you would get points.
I mean,
SDK
close
crashed through the penalty lane.
Did he?
Yeah, he crashed through the long lap.
Oh, my God.
Sean, what the hell are you doing?
You could see, literally, you could see his tire marks bouncing through the long lap.
How did
I don't know how he
I
managed
understand
it.
that?
Hell, mate.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I think he must have
That's
gone
impressive.
through the long lap, and the bike must have cornered around with it.
Right.
It was mental because this when it was Vietti was still on at that point, I believe, and it was when Vietti was really pushing.
Hmm.
Right. But yeah, Arenas did well, didn't he? Front row start, finished fourth.
I'll stand by my thing of Aspar keeping the wrong guy. Simple as.
The thing is, and bloody BT Sport got it wrong saying this is his third year in Moto2. It's his second year in Moto2.
Or anything to make
Is it?
Dixon's rival look bad. Come on.
Thing
now.
is, right, we go about a ride having a second year in Moto2 and it's a good thing. Arenas has proven that.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
100%.
That's why you need a second year. He's
And
done
it's his
so
first year on
well.
a Kalex.
Yeah.
He was on a Boscosco last year.
Well, and he's been with
Aaron
Asphalt for
Cannett's
so
doing
long.
the same thing.
He's been in Asphalt for so long. I'm like, why the hell are you getting rid of him?
Money.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go Pons and he'll spank him next year.
Yeah, no, he will. This point now, he's primed to take a win. I think it might even come next weekend.
He's gonna look. He's
Ooh.
looking really, really
He's
good.
looking every inch the world champion he is. It's that simple.
Yeah, people forget he's a world champ.
Yep.
They've kept the wrong dude, man.
He's done really well. But a lot of riders have done well. It was nice to see Aaron Canet back on the podium after a
Love
few
that.
rounds off. His last podium was Catalonia.
Catalonia, yeah.
Really? Jeez. Oh.
That car crash didn't help him.
Mm.
No, literally. Still hasn't had that bloody win though, has he?
No.
He's not going to either the way it's going. It's always something, isn't there?
There's always
Him and
somebody,
Zarco.
something
Always
special.
the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Him and Zarco, them two are great.
Like, if you had said... Go on.
If you were a girl, right, you'd want to date him and Zarco because they always finish
Stop it,
second.
bad MotoGP memes. I saw that.
Yeah, still.
No, the thing for me is like, if you had said, no, right, you're going into Qatar, right, and you say, by Misano, Alonso Lopez will be beating Aaron Canet,
and 11th in the championship.
and you're thinking, well, hang on, Lopez ain't even in the championship. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
And then he's beating Aaron Canet to a race win. You'd think someone was mental.
And Agura and, Augusto Fernandez.
Arbolino's won before Canet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
Another solid ride from Acosta as well. 6th.
Getting the job
Yeah.
done.
Definitely.
Oh, by the way, I've just seen SDK's post. He had a mechanical issue in the race, caused him to go off track and crash into the wall at T10.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
He's got a broken foot as
Oh,
well,
no.
just want to
Ah,
add.
geez. I
That's
was about to
probably
ask.
that must be why I saw the tyre marks then. Must have locked up or something.
Well, no, maybe, yeah. But yeah, I guess. And he hit a freaking wall. But
He's just getting no luck, is he? Bloody hell, man.
no.
When
But
it
back
rains,
to
it pours.
Back to Costa, he's done really well.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing
yeah.
special, but that's what he needs right now coming back from injury.
Yeah, but he's a freaking rookie, you got to remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, it's not a criticism.
He's a rookie who just broke his leg.
Yeah, he's a
And
rookie
comes
who's
second.
just broken his femur. What he needs is precisely what he's done, a solid result.
Oh, it's nothing special. He's only 6th after breaking his femur as a rookie.
Yeah, but it's
Moto2.
not a standard.
And he's
to say,
only
you know?
18 years old.
He's going to win it next year. He's got the title next year.
That's exactly what he needed to do rather than throw it down the road or, get affected. That was very good ride from him.
Yeah, he has solid round. And Jeremy Cobra, again, another top 10. Again, a really, really good rookie. He's been overlooked. Everyone's overlooking Alcoba. He is doing so well.
And then tacked on Shout and Scream.
Well, yeah, you never see him on the screen ever. Yeah. He's doing, like, Alcoba. I'm so impressed by Alcoba. Like, unbelievably impressed. Like, yeah, he's 16th in the championship, but he's consistently scoring points. Like, he's had 4 races where he hasn't scored points. As a rookie, that is really impressive.
Yeah. It's just Intact and not the flashy team, are they? They fly under the radar there. And I think that's why we overlook him.
Yeah, and you got to remember, Alcoba's the guy who knocked everybody off and developed a rep. He's finished every race this year.
Is he? That's pretty good. Yeah.
Considering where he was in Moto3.
And he was causing other people
another
like John
Moto2 thing as well. Obviously, Gabri Rodrigo.
Oh yeah, he's been sacked. Not surprised.
Mutual decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's probably some money maybe.
Oh, honky.
But yeah, he wasn't going to finish the season anyway. And
but he had a 2-year deal, didn't he?
He was meant to do the season next year, and obviously he's not. So
yep, SAG.
Oh, geez.
I don't know who's going to ride there.
Probably, it'll be Tiger Harder, won't it? Or
I hope not.
Or Bishikursky.
Terrible. Oh, I hope neither of them get it. Neither of them are fast enough.
Because people are like, oh, Remy Gardner will go back there. Why the Remy Gardner go back to SAG?
Remy will go to the top team. Remy will probably... He won't go to IO before anybody... Before anyone says he's not going back to IO.
No.
VDS.
No way. Maybe VDS.
Yeah. He's not going to a C team. He's just not.
No. Take Arbolino's seat or Lowe's seat. I guess they're both probably.
Lowe's is riding there next year.
Lowe's is staying, yeah.
Oh, is he?
He's getting this seat.
Good Lord.
That's what he said on the stage at Silverstone anyway.
I think that's the least justified seat. Even more than Antonelli.
It's been 13 races and he's not started a lot of them and he's only finished 4 of them. 4 of the entire season.
Yeah, like if anybody doesn't deserve a seat next year, it's Lowe's. But
he's had podiums though. I would say from his podiums he deserves the seat. So
it's just he's such an anomaly, and you don't know what to do with him.
I keep him. I keep Lowe's. Genuinely, if I was a team manager, aside from the crashes, Lowe's is always going to get you a few podiums.
Well,
if you want a few podiums in the year, Sam Lowe's is your man.
But that's not what VDS's MO is it?
No, but they're due a title soon. So next year, Sam Lowe's. Do it.
Right.
Remy will go back there and just smash a lot of them.
Thank him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also, you've got to remember if Fermin Aldeguer leaves Speed Up.
I don't
know.
What are you getting at? All right. Okay.
Yeah, on the shoot, maybe. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't want to go to
I'm getting there.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to go to Bosco.
Oh my God, we've been podcasting for an hour and a half. Right, we'll whiz through this a bit more. So, Moto2 standings before we move to MotoGP are Augusto Fernandez has retaken the title lead after being
the title lead. Damn, that was a hell of a race.
Augusto Fernandez is leading the championship after being in a deficit coming into the thing with Ayagura in second. There's 4 points separating them. Jacob put me off then. Then Canet third, 41 points back. Vietti fourth now. Arbolino fifth, Robert sixth, Dixon seventh, Trotter eighth, Chantra ninth, and Pedro Acosta in 10th place with Alonso Lopez in 11th place after missing the first 8 rounds.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
He's ahead of Navarro, Ben Schneider, Arenas,
Lowe's.
I was expecting so much better in Navarro this season. I thought, hopping off the Bosco onto a Pons Kalex. Yeah, he'll do better. He won't light the world on fire, but he'll be consistently top 8. Yeah, all right, mate.
Is what it is.
On to the last positions.
Okay.
So, pole position, none of us got it.
Who was pole again?
Miller. So, me, Cameron and Ryan went for Bagnaia. Jacob went with Marini and Lauren Zarco.
Interesting choice, Jacob and
Very weird.
The one Ducati we didn't pick.
Basically.
Marini, I thought was a fair shout. But he actually disappointed me a bit in qualifying. I was expecting him to be at least front row.
Yeah. And me and Jacob last podcast had a bit of an argument because
I missed it.
I said Bagnaia would win. Jacob said Bastianini was a dead certain winner. Definitely going to happen. And so, myself, I predicted Bagnaia to win, Bastianini second. Jacob went the other way, Bastianini first, and Bagnaia first. Bastianini first and Bagnaia second.
Yeah, we got it in the end, Christ.
Good Lord. It's late.
And
what a good podcast host.
And Bagnaia won. So, I take the dub there, 10 points. Thank you very much. With Bastianini second, I predicted Marini third, and he finished fourth. So
very close.
I'll take the 15 points there. Jacob obviously went Bastianini first, Bagnaia second, Bez third, crashed out in the opening lap. So Jacob takes 2 points.
Off.
Cameron went Bastianini.
Gutted.
Cameron went Bagnaia first, Bastianini second, Quartararo third. So Cameron also takes 15 points.
Woo!
Ryan went Bagnaia first, Quartararo second, and Rins third for whatever reason.
Interesting.
10 points. And Lauren went Espargaro, Quartararo, and Marini, 0 points. So I and Cameron took 15 points. Ryan 10, Jacob 2, Lauren 0. Leaving Misano, the tally is myself on 250 points exactly. Ryan in third, 154. Cameron second with 179. Jacob third with 130. And Lauren, who will not have her points carried over, in last. With
one question.
What was Ryan? Sorry?
154.
How many people actually messaged about their scores?
Oh, loads, mate. Loads.
Not
like getting through all the fan mail.
No, like genuinely, does anyone actually message you say, oh, I got this, I predicted this for the thing?
Probably not, but it's fine. So yeah,
well, why do we do it?
Because it's fun. Who gives a shit about anybody else taking part? It's fun to do on the podcast. But yeah, my leads, it's a bit massive now. So yeah, I'll take the dub. I think I could probably win this championship a few rounds early, but someone could bang out 100 points. So
yeah, you can do it
until I've got a 100-point lead over Cameron. But even so, I can have 100 points and then not score anything for the next 3 rounds, and he could get 100 for 3 rounds in a row. So
that's it. There's still technically 600 points left on the table.
Yeah.
So.
Who was your Moto2 rider of the day?
Oh wait, hold on. We hadn't done Moto3 rider of the day. I didn't do Moto3 rider of the day. Yeah, you're cool. Yeah, but we'll do it at the end anyway. We always do it at the end. So in MotoGP, Bagnaia and Bastianini were split by 0.034 seconds.
That was
Bastianini nearly stole it on the line.
In real terms, that's bugger all.
No shit.
It's absolutely incredible that after so many laps of that track,
after 42 minutes nearly,
they are split by literally
0.03 of a second.
Yeah, it's just incredible.
Do you think that run to the line was the difference between the GP 22 and 21?
No, because Enea caught him.
Yeah, well,
Enea
but
tried.
I think if
he couldn't get it over,
Enea had a better run out.
If Enea had cocked up T4.
But then you got the rest of the lap then. But I think Enea got a better run out of the last turn. And I think
Enea nearly went for a go.
Yeah, I think if he did the GP22, he might have just had that extra little bit.
Inch. Literally an inch.
Yeah.
How good was his save, though, to not smash into the back of Pecco? I saw it and I squeaked.
Yeah.
You two talked at the same time. I didn't hear a word of that.
Sorry, Jacob, you go.
I just literally, I squeaked. I was like, because I thought, Don signed the contract and then take him out, please.
That was close.
I was waiting for him to knock him off.
Literally, the wiggle his bike got on.
Oof. Then there was
my bike don't wiggle.
It folds.
Bastianini's save earlier as well. His save in the race, Marquez style.
That is what cost him the win, because it spooked him. Without that, I guarantee he wouldn't have lost the lead, and boom, he would have gone on and just.
Well, I don't know, because he was breaking lap records even late into the race.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If he hadn't had that lull of 3 or 4 laps where he got spooked, that would have been the difference, I feel.
Nah.
Yeah.
But And again, if Granny had plums, she'd be grandpa, wouldn't she?
Well, that's exactly it.
Who knows that?
And wheels should be a bike, all that stuff.
But we do get a lot of fan engagement. Just want to add into that randomly, completely random and unrelated to our previous conversation. We do get a lot of messages, by the way, for the podcast. So thanks to everybody who does message in. But yeah, Vinales, third podium of the year on his Aprilia. It's really good.
Solid. He was pushing Pecco in the earlier stages of the race. He really was. He had points where he could have had him.
He had it in him. He had it in him to win, but I think he burned out his front tyre following Pecco.
Oh, yeah. Did you see Foggia as well?
How the fuck is Foggia related to
Did you see him in Parc Ferme after?
No.
He was talking to Simon Crayford. He went, "Yeah, my front tyre, it was fucked." And I was thinking, oh my God.
Yeah, he did. That was quite funny.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
Yeah, anyway, back to Vinales. Yeah, so Vinales is...
yeah, Vinales could have had it, burned out.
Should have had it.
Was really quick.
Expected to be fast here, though.
Is he going to be Aprilia's number one rider soon?
He already is a number one rider, to be honest.
Well, that Aprilia is going to perform at Aragon, and
at least got a podium there, though, on a CRT. So.
Yeah, that's it. This is going to be this is going to be the first race where I think both Aprilias have a genuine shot at podiuming together.
Yeah.
But then you've got Pecco.
But then you've got Pecco and Bastianini just being a little bit better than everybody else right now.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a battle for third. But the two Aprilias are going to be stuck together for that final podium. I think this is going to be the first one where we're going to see a gloves-off fight between the two Aprilias.
Gloves off.
Gloves off. Yeah, and my boy Luca Marini, who he set his best ever MotoGP result at fourth last time out and backed it up again at Misano. Normally, he qualifies well at Misano and falls back down, but now...
last year he was on the front row, wasn't
he? Yeah, he is.
On the 19th.
Luca Marini's there.
He's becoming the complete article, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's becoming the guy we said he'd be because he's a slow burner. He's still finished every freaking race he's ever done in MotoGP. And outstanding. Like,
people write him off because of who he is. Same as Alex Marquez.
Yeah, he has finished every race in MotoGP, right? He could be finishing 19th every time and be doing that. Now he's pushing for fourth.
Yeah, exactly.
He's on the cusp of podiums. He's riding it was 5 seconds off the win today. He is riding incredibly fast.
Yeah.
And he's not making mistakes. He's not crashing. I can't remember last time I saw him crash.
And the thing worth pointing out as well is he's just matched his best ever result at Misano. Not gotten his best ever result at Misano.
He's matched it at a circuit he knows really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So this bodes well for the flyaway.
Podiums are coming.
He's going to be winning races next year.
I
reckon, depending on what happens with Ducati in 2024, if Marini's still there and Marquez has gone, I don't want to ride a Ducati, I reckon we could be seeing Marini making a push for that factory seat.
The very least Pramac.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zarco's seat or whatever.
Yeah.
How old's Zarco?
Yeah, really.
I love Zarco.
Like 150.
Yeah, I love him a lot.
Little babe. French babe.
He is just old half, and
he's like French Jason Statham.
Yeah, that's a sexy beard man.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Alex Rins was a bit of a quiet guy today. 7th place.
He was pushing, and then he was there, and then all of a sudden he just done the timesheets. He made a huge mistake because he dispensed with Jorge Martin. Then next corner, bam, Martin is miles in front of him. He made a big mistake somewhere.
I don't know what happened to Martin though, because he was up to 6th and 7th at one point, and then he finished 9th, 5 seconds behind.
The KTM scored him.
Apathy.
Yeah, but then Oliveira was 9th at one point ahead of Binder, and then Oliveira finished 11th.
Oliveira
and Binder
got a
8th.
long lap though. That's why. Otherwise, he would have been ahead of Martin as well.
That makes sense. And Marquez in 10th.
Yeah.
Welcome to top 10, Alex Marquez. It's nice to see you. You've not been there for a while.
Yeah. God, when was his last top
10? His last top 10 was Catalonia, and then before that was Circuit Americas. I think he finished 6th.
So now he'll finish top 10 in Valencia then.
Yeah, maybe. And then he'll go on the Ducati and finish P1 at Qatar, so it's fine.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Well, based on this season's tests and then results, yeah.
I'm sad to see Jack Miller crash out of P1 though. Like, I reckon in the open laps, I was like, he could bloody win it. Like, this would be
Yeah, but that's
amazing.
what we always say about Jack Miller. He could win this, and then he just doesn't put it together. It's a shame.
I'm so excited to see him on the KTM, but I really hope they don't fuck him over after 2 years.
He won't take it. He'll just fucking go, all right, I'm off. Whatever. That'd be yours. Like.
Miller just go back to Australia and race an A Super. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he'll literally just throw the KTM off on the sea on Phillip Island, won't he? You know what I mean?
He won't take no shit. Miller does not care. Like,
but this is why that kind of performance is unfortunately why he's lost his factory ride.
Yeah, when you've got Bastianini taking second place and
then you've done the odd bit in a way of putting it on pole. You've set yourself for the race and then decking it first lap. Come on, man.
Miller's issue is that he crashes too much because he is so good in that team. He is a perfect number 2 for Bagnaia. He'll never be a number 1 in that team whilst Bagnaia is there.
Yeah, because
he is so good as a number 2. You know, like when Bagnaia lost the championship last year and everybody's seen that iconic photo where Miller's hugging him, you know, and Miller's so good at that and he keeps Bagnaia there, whereas Bagnaia, like we said last time, might struggle a little bit having Bastianini on the other side of the garage.
Yeah.
And then them two might fuck each other over in terms of the championship.
And then at the same time, you since it's been announced that he's leaving Ducati, Pecco's just gone and won 4 in a row. Yeah, maybe this was what Pecco needed, was to be pushed by someone who was his equal.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, Pecco's the 4th rider in history, in the Premier Class history, to win 4 races in a row after Marquez, Rossi, and Jorge Lorenzo.
That's good company to keep in a
alien status. Yeah.
But like when you think about it, maybe that's what done Pecco in last year, was he was comfortable. You know, he knew he had the beat in a Jack Miller. He knew he'd look good by comparison in a way. Now he knows heat is coming his way with Bastianini. He has to up his game.
He has to step up that other level.
And I think that's actually going to be a good thing for him. I think getting rid of Miller is actually going to pay dividends.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It's a good way to look at it. I mean, if Pecco can push himself, but then it's a case of, will Pecco rise or will he fall? And
if Pecco wins the title next year with Bastianini pushing him all the way, that will have vindicated Ducati.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
But it's a case of Bastianini, though. Could he, if he's consistent next year, he's fully on for the title?
Even if it's the other way round and Pecco pushes Bastianini all the way, at least he's there. You know, and it will have vindicated Ducati.
They need to be.
I think that's what Pecco needs, is someone who is his equal, and Miller ain't.
I think it's just whichever one of them gets to grips with the GP23 quickest will win the title.
Yeah, because the bike is that good that it. Oh yeah. And what do you think of Bagnaia's helmet design this weekend?
Honestly, I was speaking to one of our listeners who's female, and she actually made a good point saying about like Dennis Rodman and all the misogynistic stuff, you know, beating up
rapes.
Rapes, beating up women, and a drink driving conviction. You know, someone should have said to Pecco, look, this ain't a good idea.
He is having, I like Pecco. He is having PR nightmares left, right, and centre. From the comment last year where he said in the press conference when they had the summer break that he felt like he was a woman on her period who couldn't go out and do things whilst he was sat at home not riding his bike. Yeah, and then this year with the drink driving, and then he has a helmet design dedicated to a guy.
Do you know what?
As a rapist, because hold on. So he had a helmet design dedicated to a rapist who, obviously, for his basketball achievements, and when Matt Oxley correctly questioned him on it in the press conference, it was like, why the hell are you wearing this freaking helmet? And no one from Dorna even stepped in and went, Pecco, can you not wear that helmet, please? Or Drudy, when he was painting it, went, probably not a good idea. Nobody stopped him. No one in Dorna went, you know what, we're trying to promote MotoGP to females. So do you mind not having a helmet design of a guy who does bad shit to women? But my idea behind this is Pecco said when Matt Oxley questioned him on it, that he was separating the basketball player.
Yes.
I don't even care. I don't care to know his name. So Pecco is separating what this guy did in sport from what he does outside of sport and pulling them apart. Pecco is obviously under the limelight for his drink driving.
Exactly.
I believe Pecco is going, oh, so separate this guy from the sport thing, and also can you separate me from my outside?
Exactly what I was about to say. I'm glad you said it.
Keep me in my sporting thing and just look at me in that and just forget about the fact that I'm a drink driver.
And classic projection.
That's honestly, I'm glad you said that because that's exactly what I was going to say. He's definitely, like, at first I thought it was, Pecco had made a, maybe not so innocent, but he'd made an error in judgment. But then when I sat down and actually thought about it, I thought, actually, this is a statement.
It's a cynical statement as well.
Yeah. It's just, because 13% of people who watch MotoGP are women. 13%. That's a low number. And then you've got Pecco, a race winner today, doing
like mega
stuff
star
like
of the
that.
Sport. Yeah.
Why someone didn't just sit, like, it would not have been difficult to say, especially after Saturday when Oxley gave him the opportunity after questioning him on it to pull the helmet. No. You know, he had his normal ones there because they ran him on Friday.
Yeah,
it's honestly the more I
perform.
I don't think it's. I would suggest that perhaps he didn't know at the time dividing it. I don't think he maybe considered that. But then I think when the question came, he thought, if you separate the sportsman from the person, that fits me really well.
If you've been educated and given the opportunity to sort of, I don't want to say backtrack, but, you know, almost right your wrongs.
Fix your mistake.
Yeah, fix it. If you've been given the information necessary to not be a bit of an ass and you don't bother, then like that's pretty poor.
It's just such poor timing. If Pecco had been, you know, squeaky clean and not caught in any controversy, you could possibly give him the benefit of the doubt. But the way he's been this season, I started to think that he's getting the Rossi effect of feeling like he's untouchable.
I don't know. The thing is, the whole thing about, I don't like the whole, you know, like, separate this guy as humans. You could apply it to anybody then. Like, I've just got this helmet dedicated to Adolf Hitler because, you know, I liked his painting and stuff.
Yeah, if you had a Hitler's original painting, yes.
I'm separating the guy and what he did because I like his artwork. Or I've got a Jimmy Savile helmet next weekend because I liked what he did with kids' TV. You know, it's like,
it doesn't
work, mate.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. Like, if somebody had, I don't know, had an accident, like, I don't know, they had a car crash and like that, I don't know the name of the actor, a little while ago, and he accidentally fired a gun on set and killed somebody.
Baldwin.
Yeah. If you had a helmet design dedicated to him, okay, fine, because it was an accident. But when somebody's doing these things, you're like, you know, he could have picked any basketball player. He could have picked Kobe Bryant, who fucking died and is a legend. Like, do a tribute to Kobe freaking Bryant or LeBron James.
He also got done for rape, didn't he? So, you know.
Okay, maybe not Kobe.
Well,
like LeBron James, Michael
LeBron,
Jordan.
Shaq.
Yeah, do it like Shaq with him like eating the freaking chicken wing on the hot wings. You know?
Like, Dennis Rodman has literally been convicted of beating women, rape, drink driving. He's friends with Kim Jong-un, for God's sake. And you've picked him.
Not a good tribute.
You've picked him. Like, he was a phenomenal basketball player. Make no mistake. He was utterly incredible. But the rest of him is just not worth it.
And Ducati's PR as well. Like, no one in Ducati thought, by the way, just don't wear that freaking helmet, please.
The fact it wasn't pulled after Saturday is what pisses me off. He was given the opportunity.
Yeah, that's the thing that really...
That's what rankles.
Yeah, that's what doesn't sit right with me.
Like, if someone had surprised him after the race with the question, for example, fair enough. But he was told about it on Saturday. The comparisons were made. Mm-hmm. He had ample time to say, okay, I'll just wear my normal helmet. This ain't worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
So honestly, if he gets backlash for this, fully deserved.
Yep.
And at the time, I'll be completely honest, at the time when I heard the question, I thought, okay, you know, whatever. And then when I was given other perspectives and I sat down and thought about it,
Aye. Mm-hmm.
I actually thought, you know what? Poor
Not
move.
cool.
Yeah, because at first I was like, oh, it's just a helmet, whatever.
Yeah,
and then
that's exactly what I was like.
Because I didn't know who this Dennis Geezer was. Never even heard of him. And then when I was like, oh, okay, this is what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't wear that freaking helmet, mate.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
This is why it's important to have other perspectives on stuff like this, because like I would never have considered the other side of it. I just thought the same as you. Like I was thinking purely MotoGP terms, like cool lid. No, it was a nice looking lid.
Yeah, because it took it again. I didn't know who this guy was, and when he took it out of the bag on Saturday, I was like, oh my god, that is gorgeous.
Yeah,
like
same.
I love that helmet.
Like straight away, I knew who it was a tribute to, but I didn't attribute it to. Like I did what Pecco's trying to say. I attributed it to the sportsman.
Well, Pecco didn't know.
It's only afterwards.
Bez did it to a comedian that's Italian or speaks the local dialect, and Marini did it to photos of his girlfriend and his dog and his sandwich and the things he enjoys.
Mino's was a weird ass folk band.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Vietti's was Look After the Earth.
Vietti, yeah, and Franco
right
when he
up
had
Cam's
his,
alley.
Yeah, and Franco Morbidelli a few years ago when he did he was the only one to be like stamp out racism kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, it's a statement, and he's made it, and he can't go back on it now.
It's screwed it. Like, I like Pecco, but bro, just like hire a PR manager. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, or even
like, I'll do it for free, mate.
Like, or even just listen to some. But there's no way no one said to him, "Don't wear it." Someone would have said.
Yeah, accept the criticism, Pecco. I don't
exactly.
think you like
I think that's
criticism.
it. Yeah, he loves to dig his heels in. He loves to dig his heels in and be like, no, honestly, you're wrong. Yeah.
He's gotten to the point where he feels untouchable in MotoGP. And that ain't a good look.
I think Bastianini's going to humble him a little bit.
Yeah, for one thing, he's not yet won a MotoGP world title. He's fallen apart when he's been in contention up until now. He's not earned the right to be untouchable.
No, he's like, because you look at the VR46 World Academy, he's the top dog. He's the top dog. He's won 4 races now. He's kind of a top dog everywhere. But you look at Marquez isn't like that.
No, he's not. Yeah.
Marquez, right, he is no stranger to PR disasters. You only have to look at his 2013 Japanese helmet when he had the eyes pulled.
Yeah, literally the eyes pulled like a Japanese man.
Right.
Like, come on, bro.
And when... Yeah, and like made his eyes into like slits, you know, and like horrendous. So like racist, whatever, callers woke for it. Everybody went mental for it. And he even had t-shirts with it on as well.
Yes.
What did Marquez do when people pulled him off on it? He didn't wear the helmet, or he was like, "I'm so sorry."
Easy.
Yeah,
and when I am sorry, I made a mistake. It
was an error in judgment. I thought it would be funny, but I can see now with another perspective that it is not funny. I apologize. It won't happen again, and it hasn't since. That's all it takes. It's not fucking hard.
Mark, at 20 years old, could realise that.
Yeah.
Pecco is much older, a bit more experienced, knows the world a bit more than Marquez. The world's changed significantly, and Pecco will know that the world has changed significantly since 2013. And Pecco just chooses to go, no, this isn't my problem. This is you having a problem with something that's not even related to it. It's about sporting. And when they ask
gaslighting.
Yes, but not only that, the interesting thing is, I think Pecco has got too many yes men around him, because when Matt Oxley asked the question, Celestino Vietti was sat behind him, put his head in his laps and shook his head, like, no, and turned and said something to Pecco. Pecco turned around and laughed and was smiling like, oh God, here we go.
Yeah, as if Pecco thought he had the upper hand.
Yeah, as if to say, you know, Vietti's probably gone to him, or somebody, it's been a joke that's been said between the VR46 lads. I'm not saying that any of them have condoned it or whatever, but maybe they've already gone, Pecco, you're going to get shit for this. You better be ready for shit for this.
There's no way nobody did.
Yeah, and then when it happened, and Vietti went, fucking hell, there we go, you know.
Yeah.
Vietti knew what was coming. Like, why did Pecco not? If Vietti knew what was coming and it wasn't even him.
I reckon Pecco knew he was going to get shit for it and was like, no, because he was primed, because he stopped. Matt Oxley was asking the question and Pecco cut him off and was like, no.
It was rehearsed.
He was like, stop. This is why I'm using it for his sporting. He knew he was going to get shit for it.
He was prepared.
And
he just
honestly,
didn't care.
The dumb part is, I guarantee you're going to get lots of people who echo on it.
Because I've already seen it all over Twitter. People are like, the woke snowflakes and shit. And it's like, it's not even woke or snowflakes. It's just called morals and.
It's not difficult
not
to be
idolizing rapists.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that simple. Like it's not hard to be a decent human being, and it's also not hard to admit your mistakes. You know, like
exactly. That's it. And
especially
like
being a public figure, someone who's going to get shed loads of attention at their home race after 3 wins on a bounce. Mm-hmm. If he had, honestly, that's what pisses me off, and I've said it once, and I will repeat it. He could easily have just went, "Look, I apologize. It was an error in judgment.
Yeah,
this is not the message I want to be sending to the female audience, or 30% of it. Children, anyone. But especially with MotoGP pushing for more female audience, and then they condone shit like that.
Yeah,
you can't have it both ways, man.
It just seems like Pecco has that.
He needs humbling.
He doesn't. He doesn't see there's any onus on him. He's the golden boy, and he can do no wrong. And don't get me wrong, he is a mad fast bike racer, but he's I don't know, he's got like maturing to do off the track in a way.
Yeah, like the thing is, he apologized for his drink driving, said held his hands up and said, I made an error. I've been punished by the extent of the law. That's fine. It's not fine, but you know what I mean? It's like he's apologized, owned up to his mistake, and said, look, I made an error. Won't happen again. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know, it comes across to me though. It comes across as arrogance.
Yes, which it's never been Pecco's MO. That's what I don't get.
The thing is, the fact that he felt that he could just, I'll fuck it. I've drunk loads. I'll just go. I'll just drink drive, whatever. Like, it's fine. I'll get away with it. It's that arrogance. It's that narcissism. It's the entitlement.
And he's never been like that.
But it's the entitlement to be like, I can do this, and consequences I don't care about because I'm Pecco Bagnaia. It doesn't matter. It won't happen to me, or I won't crash into a ditch. And then when the PR disaster happened, he posted a statement, was like, sorry, I fucked up. A few days later, deleted them because he needed to post them Ducati PR again, and just kind of forgot about it. And then he knew that in the press conference, Jack would back him up, which he did. But this one, when Matt asked a question,
Jack
even Jack helped him because in the translation, but Jack couldn't back him up. And Pecco,
how could you?
I'm not going to defend Pecco here because Pecco was obviously his grasp of the English language is obviously going to be a lot less than a fluent English language speaker. Pecco's English is as a high level. Pecco did not have the words what he wanted to say in English to be able to, respond to Matt Oakley's points. But you don't need to know that much English to go, sorry, I fucked up, sorry.
Yeah, that's all it takes is a sentence, I'm sorry. That's not a difficult sentence. I will not wear the helmet. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But anyway, I think we've dwelled on this point.
But the thing is, it's worth mentioning.
It is worth mentioning. Absolutely.
It looks horrendous for the sport.
You can't just sweep this under the rug. Like.
No, you go on MotoGP's... Right, I'm going to do a test quickly whilst we're here. I'm just going to check. So you go on MotoGP's website. So they posted a photo of Pecco holding his hand up, but they've cropped it so you can't see the helmet. Like, how bad does it look that you've got a MotoGP race winner and he's on their PR, he's on socials, and when people go and look for MotoGP, and even on like the video, they've got a video of Pecco. They've got MotoGP last lap. They've covered the helmet with some text saying last lap. Because how horrendous does it look? Yeah. All the photos they've used, you can't see the helmet.
They could have easily forced him to pull it.
Yeah, and like there's one and his helmet's backwards so you can't see it. Every photo they've used, you can't see the helmet. Because how horrendous does it look as a PR for the entire sport that some guy's wearing a helmet of a rapist? It looks horrendous for the
shocking.
Absolutely shocking. Like, and the thing is, a lot of people won't make the connection. And
hopefully.
And that's the alarming part. I'm fully prepared to admit I didn't at first.
I had no idea.
Neither did I.
So I never made it. And I guarantee I'm not alone in looking at that. Guarantee I'm in the majority, if anything, of people saying cool helmet.
That's kind of a good thing. I hope that a lot of people look at it and don't know who he is. So that they don't go,
that's my point. That's what I'm hoping.
I'm not going to watch MotoGP because they're allowing him to wear this. If someone pulled up in an F1 with a helmet like that, there would not be
exactly what the person I was speaking to said. They said this shit would never fly in F1, and I was like, "Yep, you're right. No, Liberty Media would never allow it."
Yeah,
no, Lando Norris has had a basketball helmet.
Yeah, and it was literally just a basketball.
Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't Dennis Rodman.
Like I hate to compare MotoGP with F1 because it's like comparing apples and oranges. But when PR things like this happen,
well, F1's miles ahead. Fly.
Yeah. Right, I do want to wrap up this podcast. It has been 2 hours, and we have gone for long. So the MotoGP standings are Quartararo leads to Bagnaia now with 30 points, who has chopped a 91-point deficit down to 30 points.
Woof.
To say what you want about Pecco and his stupid helmets, that is freaking impressive.
Just don't wear it again, Pecco.
Yeah. Spargo third, 33 back, only 3 back on Bagnaia. Bastianini 4th, Zarco 5th, Miller 6th, Binder 7th, Vinales 8th, up to 8th, Rins 9th, and Jorge Martin is up to 10th place overall.
Mm-hmm. And that's why Jorge Martin did not get the factory ride.
There it is.
And Marini, so Bezzecchi was leading Marini at one point in the standings now. Marini is clear of Bezzecchi by
14.
Let's say plus 9, 17 points.
Oh, I was gutted for Bez, man.
Yeah,
it's that first lap fuel load problem because it hit Miller as well. It's just one of those things. You've got to be careful.
There was a T1 smash. The Zarco, Pirro, and Paul went down. Paul has no luck at the moment.
Paul, did you see his post?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and he was like, when it can't get any worse, it keeps getting worse. Yeah, and that poor Aruba IT Ducati.
Oh, that
beautiful.
Was painful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Right. Yeah, but I'd like to say one main thing.
Just
thank
quickly
you to Andrea Dovizioso for the incredible career you've had, the memories we've seen, the incredible battles you've had with Marc Marquez over the years. You've brought us some incredible thrills, and we will miss you wholeheartedly in the sport. And yes, the last few years obviously haven't gone as you'd like them. You're not even going to listen to this podcast, it's fine, but we're going to miss you, Dovey. One of the aliens. He's one of the aliens. I've always said he's the 5th alien, and we'll stick now that Marquez is in there. You know, and I'm really sad to see him go, but I can't wait to see this big announcement that he's got in the next month. The rumors of it's going to be Academy, so that'd be great if it is.
I think it's MXGP.
I can't wait to see him in an MXGP with the new Ducati team next year.
No, grazie Dovi. That's all we can say.
Grazie
Dovi. Yeah.
Just quickly, Riders of the Day.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Right, Moto2 is obviously Alonso Lopez for me.
No shit.
Yeah, same.
I gotta go with Lopez, haven't I?
Moto3.
Onshu.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, Onshu for that. And then MotoGP, I'm going to go with...
MotoGP is harder for me. I don't know.
Marini for me.
Yeah, I was going to say Marini. Yeah, he's done... Bastianini did really well. Vinales, I'm really impressed.
Expected of Enea now, and whereas Marini's been improving, and it's still maybe a surprise, especially back to back.
I'll go with Marini because he has done. He's stepping up
maybe
every round.
Fabio because he's dragging that Yamaha to places it shouldn't be once again.
Yeah, well, it's almost the same every week with Fabio, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, wanted a shout out to Kazuki Watanabe.
For finishing 3rd over the line. What a freaking ride.
What a beast. No, considering he never even... Yeah, what a babe.
That was my typo from FP1. So if you go on there from Racing, find the FP1 results. It's on there.
Like, he hadn't come from even like World Superbikes. He come from endurance. It's a thank you from Suzuki.
Japanese Superbike.
Yeah, it's a thank you from Suzuki, and he didn't disgrace himself in the slightest. So
he did well to get out of the way at the end as well. He did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yep.
And here comes Watanabe with a steel chair.
Yeah. But yeah, that is enough. This is 2 hours and 10 minutes. My computer's going to hate freaking rendering all this. And so's yours,
Cameron. Can't wait to edit this tomorrow. Excellent.
Hell yeah. Right. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed listening to this podcast. As always, we'll be back next weekend. I'll try and speak to this guest that we've been planning for ages. I'll try and get him in for next time. So that'd be right good. But yeah, sick. Yeah, I got no words. Cheers for listening,
everybody.
Ciao. It's literally nearly 11 o'clock at night now. This is 2 hours.
Yeah,
so,
your boy wants to go to bed in a bit.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.